bonjour YouTube. Dernier qualifier, même si c'est le premier qui est arrivé dans le temps, parce que les éliminatoires ont fait d'abord, c'était Corée, puis Asie, puis Global, puis Japon, puis Europe. Là, du coup, on va avoir tranquillement la Corée pour finir, sachant que du coup, c'est, il me semble, pré-patch. Donc bon, c'est il y a 3 semaines. Donc voilà. Par contre, encore une fois, on va voir si on va avoir un peu le même bordel qu'il y a eu au serveur Asie, parce qu'on rappelle, c'est Ivy qui est passé parce que Stone a FF alors qu'il gagnait 1-0. J'ai pas compris. Du coup, il faut que je change un peu mes... je vais peut-être changer un petit peu mes trucs Epic 7, parce que sur Epic 7, on peut faire des prédictions pour les matchs. Du coup, je vais tranquillement changer ma prédiction sur Ivy, parce que je crois que j'ai mis vainqueur. Mais Imo, il passe pas le premier match. Je pense que là, si déjà il devait perdre normalement contre Stone, après il est quand même arrivé en finale qualifier. Nonobstant, là c'est l'élite quoi qui est passé. Et je sais plus contre qui il joue en plus Ivy. Je crois qu'il joue contre un Coréen, je sais plus lequel. Évidemment, pour ceux qui... Alors vous sur YouTube, vous aurez pas la VOD... Enfin, vous aurez la VOD des draws, parce que je vais la mettre en même temps à peu près, mais j'imagine que vous allez la regarder après la VOD des qualifiers, bien sûr. Mais ouais, là, faut que je mette des chapitres sur mes VOD YouTube, pour essayer de faire un truc un peu plus sympa. J'ai jamais fait ça, mais faut que je vois... De toute façon, les VOD, là je parle pour Twitch, hein, les VOD seront dispo dans l'après-midi, hein, je fais la VOD là, et après je mets tout le reste, parce que du coup, j'ai pas mis celle des draws, parce que je voulais attendre de faire d'abord les éliminatoires pour que voilà, ça suive, soit logique quoi, dans la timeline. Mais du coup, vous allez être bombardé de vidéos cet après-midi. Du coup, événement. Prédiction des résultats. Modifier. Hein. Ouais, j'ai mis Ivy contre Winter Wish. Et je pense que c'est Winter Wish qui gagne. Hein. Après, est-ce que je mets du coup Guan Ghetto? Parce qu'en gros, ce que j'ai fait, hein, regardez un peu là. Bon, ça va spoil. Je viens d'y penser, mais bon, tant pis, bref, vous savez pas qui est d'où. Mais bref, Guan Ghetto c'est Europe, et Marguerite c'est Japon. Et j'ai mis un peu Marguerite qui pourrait upset parce qu'il a quand même bien joué, il a battu Phantom, qui est le champion du monde en titre. Mais Guan Ghetto apparemment il est chaud, donc bon. Et juste ça, du coup, Ivy c'est le joueur du serveur Asie qui s'est... qualifié par FF, donc voilà. Et Winter Wish c'est global. Voilà, donc n'oubliez pas de faire ça bien sûr, faites vos prédictions, c'est important. Voilà. Alors, on va pouvoir commencer. Tac, on va couper la musique. Hop là, attends, tac. Je veux juste voir au tout début ce qu'ils disent. Elle, c'est la présentatrice officielle Corée. Donc là... Ouais, ok, c'est en fait ils font ça à chaque fois au début. Parce que là au début ils expliquent un peu ce qu'on peut avoir. Du coup... Ah oui, c'est vrai que c'est les changements, ça ils en ont parlé. On a déjà vu je crois cette vidéo. En gros maintenant c'est plus un trophée, c'est un anneau qu'ils vont donner. Un vrai anneau qu'ils vont donner aux vainqueurs des championnats du monde. Donc ça c'est stylé. Bon après un trophée c'est quand même très stylé aussi. Hein. Mais bon. Maintenant ouais, on a le truc d'Observer, ça c'est trop stylé. L'Obs en vrai il est trop bien pour cette année. Je le trouve très stylé. Donc c'est trop cool. Et le dernier changement c'est que la finale c'est IRL et ça aussi ça va être très chouette. Et on va la faire en direct, ce sera 5h du matin, je m'en fous. Mais voilà. Donc ouais on aura cette page, cette page est accessible. Donc ça c'est encore un truc ailleurs. C'est encore différent. Mais ça je sais pas comment on y a accès d'ailleurs. Oh je vois en vrai. Donc ouais il y a la map qui va changer avec le Frenzy, ça commence la semaine prochaine. Donc ça c'est très cool. Et voilà quoi. Et donc après la finale IRL. Donc là on a l'opening, l'overview. On va passer direct à l'overview. Voilà, offline finale. Et ça c'est très stylé. J'ai vraiment hâte de savoir ce qu'ils vont nous préparer. Surtout qu'en vrai ils ont fait beaucoup d'annonces là juste avant le main event. Donc j'espère qu'il leur reste des petites annonces pour fin septembre. On a nos potes Jenazad et... Je sais plus comment s'appelle l'autre. Jenazad qui est en train de stream actuellement là d'ailleurs. J'ai suivi du coup suite à l'event là. au cast parce que je connaissais pas avant. Donc let's go gars. Donc là le top 8 gagne 2500 €, enfin 2500 $. Troisième, quatrième 10 000 et le deuxième il gagne 20 000 et le champion gagne 50 000. En vrai il y a pas mal d'argent. Je crois que c'est 100 000 € en tout. 50, 70, 80, 90 et plus 1000, ouais, plus 10 000, ouais, c'est ça. 100 000 €. Enfin 100 000 $. Ce qui est très propre. Hein. Voilà, nous on va reprendre après les mains là, à partir de la semaine prochaine. Alors, je sais pas comment je vais faire ça parce que le truc c'est que le 9 septembre, je crois que c'est le 9. Hein. Ouais, c'est le 9 septembre, il y a le GP Explorer. Donc peut-être qu'on va se faire ça le matin. Pas à 5h non plus, mais pas à 11h quoi. Genre à 9h. 9-8h, enfin 9-10h pardon. Et comme ça, on pourra, enfin moi je pourrais me caler. Si j'ai envie de regarder le GP Explorer, évidemment, comme beaucoup de gens ici à mon avis. Et le matin c'est plus chill, c'est juste du time, etc. Donc même s'il y a eu des dingueries l'année dernière, dès le matin déjà. Je crois que c'est l'accident de Joyka, c'était le matin. Mais voilà, et après pour dimanche, pas de soucis, on fera ça dans l'après-midi comme aujourd'hui, je pense. Pas dans la matinée, fin de matinée, début d'après-midi. Mais ça va être cool. En vrai, là après, on va enchaîner les 3 week-ends. J'ai trop hâte. Franchement, de voir un peu comment ça va être fait et tout. Alors, on a qui? Retriever, Yimsi1, Crying Leader, Mid Laner, Mid Laner, Sassimitea, Reika, Xiaoye, sûrement, Monsieur Pong, Unlucky FGO, Inubis, Wigang, Hatsune Miku, Nonazis, Aquaundine, Merit et Gomyangmi. Alors désolé si les prononciations sont éclataxes. Mais il y a Hatsune Miku, ça c'est incroyable. Peut-être une finale Hatsune Miku mid laner, Pog. Ça me fumerait de rire.
But from round of 8, we'll get to see every single one of the match. So we'll see who comes up to round of 8. We might be missing some of the players from round of 16 in their matches, but
ça en fait du bruit ça quand je change d'anglais là. J'ai mis le thème Cyberpunk. Vas-y.
So we'll see what that's about. And I believe our first match will actually be Retry Ever from Retry Ever and Yimshi1, the top match that we have in the round of 16. So those two round of 16 matches that we will have on the screen will be very nice to see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Alors, là aussi on va commencer à avoir des trucs assez sympas là. Donc là on a 4 matchs, sachant que c'est des BO5. Hein. Après là aussi on a 4 matchs du coup. Toujours des BO5. Je crois que tout est en BO5, c'est tout ce qui est winner bracket, loser bracket, grande finale, qui est en BO7. Donc ça c'est Twitch Drop, donc ça il faudra vraiment être là hein, parce que c'est un spécial gift. Moi je vais regarder à 5h du matin, c'est sûr, la finale je la caste en direct. Je veux pas me spoil, je veux pas me truc, je veux pas passer des trucs, donc ce sera 5h du matin. Tant pis, je vais me coucher très tôt la veille, mais go.
And as long as I believe you're watching, you're going to favorite E7 content creator channel. At least watch the 15 minutes of broadcast, and you do need to.
J'ai peut-être oublié de faire ça aussi.
Do a few things to actually get these charms and leaves, but make sure you have it set up and you don't miss it. Go to your inventory. Make sure you actually receive it. Just watching it won't actually deliver these things into your account. You need to do a couple more, so make sure you don't miss those details. And of course, we do have a lot of events for you guys. Check out the gift box with the coupon revealed during the live broadcast. How come I didn't know about this either? So we'll have coupons revealed during the live broadcast. So I don't know when that's actually going to be, but guys, I guess we have to either have some type of have a pen, or we need to have the game open on the side, so we get these coupons.
I need those leaves. I need those charms. I see a special gift there too. I'm excited.
Imagine not having this game open at all times.
That's kind of true. Yeah. Oh, everything.
Pourquoi je peux pas changer ça?
Every single time, except for even when I'm sleeping, the game is.
I'm playing right now.
Okay, the password is right there. That's going to be the coupon. I think E7WC 2023 Open. Oh, right there for you guys. So make sure you get that.
Pourquoi c'est cassé ça?
That's not too hard.
Je peux pas modifier mon propre message? Ah si, ok. C'est juste Discord qui était cassé. Ok. E7WC 2023 Open, j'ai plus le coffre, c'est fini. It's too late, comme on dit.
Exciting times. I know a few of my personal friends actually joined FX7 not too long ago, and then they were like, I'm running out of leaves all the time. What do I do? Make sure you participate.
Après, tu peux pas ne plus avoir de livres en ce moment parce qu'ils en ont donné 55 il y a pas longtemps, donc bon, voilà quoi.
So as soon as the game is ready, we will hop in right away. I believe our first match is Retry Ever versus IMC1. But of course, Jenna, you talked slightly about Retry Ever. Do we have some information about MC1, the opponent?
So I actually am not entirely sure about their opponent. I think that their name is normally in Korean. I've probably fought them on the ladder actually, but I'm not entirely sure who they are. Retry Ever.
Jenazad, il joue sur le serveur coréen.
Retry Ever is like a pretty.
Après, non, remarque RTR, c'est multi-serveur.
I don't know. I would say he's probably favored in this, especially since he got first seed and his opponent got the 16th seed.
Alors, on va commencer par donc Retriever contre IMC1. Ah, voilà des pics un peu différents là. Il n'y a pas Estene, il n'y a pas Kawerik. Il n'y a même pas Apocalypse Ravi. Par contre, c'est marrant parce que Most pick Silias, Most pré-ban Silias. C'est bizarre. Il y a un problème là. Ah, bien joué, bien joué, c'est peut-être ça, ouais. Il dit qu'en gros, s'il est first pick, il prend Silias, s'il est second pick, il ban Silias. Et donc Lua aussi, évidemment, qui est turbo broken. Donc Arrow et Adin, on connaît le combo, hein, évidemment. Les unités light ensemble, c'est très très fort. Puis en plus, Arrow qui permet à Adin super tranquille, bah, les mêmes most pick côté MC1. Par contre, ça banne beaucoup Crow, apparemment. ML Crow et Zio. Ouais, ML Crow, quand tu joues. Je sais pas, il doit jouer bien autre chose que Adin et. Que Adin et Arrowell, parce que Crow, tu le bannes contre des AOE quoi. Pour que tu puisses sur des AOE, pardon.
Those are just super strong units. Crow, I think as Jenna mentioned in the intro, just so strong right now. And then Zio, I mean, sometimes you just got to get him out of there. Yeah. And then that Auden pick. Is that what you're insinuating, Jenna? This Zio ban?
Well, I'm just saying, I think this guy does not like getting cleaved.
Could be.
Yeah, could totally be.
He's not gonna have to worry too much.
Yeah, Zio keeps on getting more combos as basically the opener of the entire game. If you just let him through.
Especially ever since Landy, you're seeing a lot more Zio, a lot less of these other cleaves. Zio is an eternal character, and we're going to be seeing him for a long time.
Yeah, I think we were talking about, right, Jenna? When you have the Zio...
J'ai hâte de voir un peu les pics, parce que du coup ça joue plus des unités light là. Aïe. Oula, double transition là. Ok. Première partie, donc là on va voir que des first pick in E7WC évidemment. Silas n'est pas ban. Voilà. Et évidemment. Ok, Obeluluka. Obeluluka qui est très forte contre Silias, hein, bien sûr. Je pense qu'on va en voir beaucoup à mon avis aujourd'hui. Hein. Oh, ah. J'y ai cru. C'est vrai que Obeluluka venait de sortir à ce moment-là, ça faisait 2 semaines. Très récent. Et donc ML Kawerik, hein, bien sûr, on est habitué. On connaît ML Kawerik, on l'a bien vu hier, je pense. Après ML Kawerik qui est très forte avec et contre Silias. Donc c'est normal. C'est pour ça que moi je l'ai pris. Parce que j'ai un pote à moi, Gwent, qui a pris Silias. Qu'on a une sélection de persos, on peut en choisir 1 sur 7. Moonlight. Et moi je prends ML Kawerik parce que j'ai pas de cleanser fort quoi. Et les openers j'en ai donc on fout un peu. Et donc l'Hermia qui est très forte contre Obeluluka pour le coup. Enfin, qui est très forte. Qui n'est pas dégueu contre Obeluluka.
Yeah, which might mean we might not see the Solitaria pick then, right? Because she wants that proc.
That's true, actually. He's waiting until the last
Ok, Ruel. Mais pourquoi elle a marqué? Pourquoi elle a marqué first, genre?
Yeah, first time in E7WC 2023, no surprise.
Comme tous les autres persos, hein.
We were actually just talking last night, G-Clef, that Ruel buffs weren't that impactful overall.
Donc il y a déjà eu les buffs, hein. Parce qu'il y a le buff, il parle du buff de Ruel, donc il doit souvent y avoir aussi le buff de Lermia.
Like the cleaves and the debuffers, she just has a really hard time against
it. Flan.
Pirate Captain Flan obliterates Ruel because she never has enough resistance to actually be able to beat it, and her cleanses don't affect the whole team. She's too slow against it. I think that's a really good pick.
Pour ça, donc Flan, ça compte Ruel pour ça, ok. Parce qu'il dit qu'en gros, Ruel est trop lente, ce qui est le cas. Et surtout que Flan a trop d'effectiveness, en gros, qu'elle peut pas vraiment résister. Mais après, dans Epic 7, quand tu dois résister, t'as plus de chance de résister que de mettre que d'infliger un debuff.
And Shu did crush, if you guys remember from last year, she did crush a lot of opponents.
La petite chou, bien sûr. On l'apprécie. Non. C'est le skin, ouais, le skin du championnat du monde 2022. C'est celui-là. Il a choisi chou. Je sais pas qui ils choisiront en vrai pour là. Et je sais même pas s'ils ont le droit de choisir par exemple des unités Moon Knight. Oh, Mortelix. D'accord.
So, G-Clef, when you mentioned Charles from last year, I was thinking the new Green Knight for this year is going to be Mort. Just got buffed. He's placed kind of nicely in this meta. I've seen people pick him, especially when
Epic 7, ça like, voilà.
People still, deny his power, but I think he's going to make a big splash.
Okay, but wait. Why did they pick Lionheart, Sermia, Mort, and Ruel? They were just all buffed. What is this?
Is this the patch notes? And Green
Celine, ok.
Well, okay, so Green Celine's actually interesting here because she's actually pretty good against Pirate Captain Flan. Because when she uses her S1 and has a buff on her, she uses a non-attack skill, so...
C'est vrai que d'abord elle se cleanse. En fait, Flan elle peut mettre la bombe sur Céline. Céline va se cleanse si jamais Flan fait son S2.
Very good pick there, right? Celine kind of built to fight Flan when you think about it with the Flan's defensive abilities with the damage share, and Celine has, some counter potential against that.
Millime.
Well, one thing, last thing.
Oh, c'est un ban Flan quand même, mais bon. Ou Chou. Quoique non, pas Chou parce qu'il y a Lermia. Bon, Millime, hein. Millime est morte, ok. The Great Mortelix.
We had Mort, of course, post-ban, and Milim Karsix's favorite has also been banned on the other side.
Milim's my favorite? Okay. I'm more of a Mort fan, but you know what? We'll go with Milim.
Oh, you're here first.
Okay. But Flan does seem quite dangerous on MC1's side still, even with Celine. Let's see what happens as we go right into our first game. Starting with, of course, Lilius.
Alors,
yeah, this is the improved new UI.
Ah, c'est vrai que du coup c'est la première fois où ils montrent ce nouvel overlay et tout, qui est vraiment très stylé, hein. Franchement ils ont trop bien taffé. Hein. Ah, le buff vigueur, quel buff de fou aussi.
See the cooldowns actually going on right now. You'll be able to see every single skills.
So obviously Luluka's going to take the next turn and is probably going to cleanse. But if they
ça va cleanse, mais du coup il y a Céline qui va burst quelqu'un là.
So they're actually kind of in a bind where it's like
ah oui, j'avoue que ça va proc aussi Lermia parce que du coup il va faire son S3, s'il fait son S3 il fait son S2, s'il fait son S2 ça va proc Lermia. Parce que c'est considéré comme une... Ça est actuellement instable à cause de l'encombrement. Ah ouais? Il y a trop de joueurs sur Epic 7? Mais non. La dingue. Oh putain, c'est une idée de fou.
The attack from Celine also went into the Luluka.
Yeah, so she was on the random attack.
Ah bah, elle s'est fait de silence par contre.
But she's silenced now. The thing, she cleansed when she used the S3, but not after the S2. So this Celine's kind of just useless right now.
That S3 was not available.
No damage.
C'est une dinguerie.
Yeah, the defense buff plus the mitigation.
Parce que ça régène, le Ice Cream je crois que ça régène de 20% des HP max. Un truc comme ça. Wow, les dégâts.
As Jenna mentioned, right, since she was silent, she doesn't get that S3, doesn't get the evasion up, which is her main mitigation.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah, so right now,
ce qu'il fait S2 sur Céline, je pense.
Defense buff, he has anti-crits, there's the RNG, there's the ice cream, like the shield. He's actually so bulky even without picking any sort of real tank.
Yeah, this Lionheart is not going to do much here.
Elle a 16 000 HP quand même, Flan.
Yeah. Pirate Captain Flame is one of the premier debuffers. So like Lionheart, she might S3 here.
Elle a mis beaucoup de...
By that bomb if she does. So it's like, well,
Beaucoup de debuffs en vrai. Hein.
Yeah, this is one reason why Ruel's not that popular is characters like Pirate Captain Flan, Solid
Ça fait 0 dégâts. Dégâts négatifs.
The ice cream buff, ice cream so tasty, it's too powerful.
J'ai cru qu'il allait dire ice cream so good, j'allais être... Au secours. Au secours. Bah elle a droit à un S1 et après elle est stun. Enfin S3 pardon. Après bon, elle peut taper Chou mais... Ou Flan. Mais après il y a tout au moins elle crit pas quoi. Ouh. Soul burn. Ok, ça crit. Et ça tue. Nice. J'avoue que ouais, il a crit, du coup il a eu chaud. Parce qu'il y a quand même soul burn, donc il a all-in sur ça quoi. Si ça passait pas, c'était fini. Ah, la contre-attaque qui va trigger l'Hermia. Oh là. Ah bah. Quel perso de con, Chou, vraiment. Aïe aïe aïe. Peut-être je vais mettre ma caméra en un peu plus petite en vrai, je suis en train d'y penser là mais... Où c'est que je peux me mettre? En vrai là hein. C'est vrai qu'il y a des... Vous voyez pas sinon les... L'ordre des oula. Des persos en bas à droite. C'est chaud en vrai hein, parce que Chou a quand même beaucoup de dégâts. Elle est très tanky. Moi j'avoue qu'il n'y a pas de cleanse pour Céline donc elle va prendre cher là. Waouh, ce qu'elle a mangé. Ah, il faut que ça crit son S1 pour qu'elle fasse son S2, d'accord.
Okay, no push that time. Ruel's still alive. Does have a bomb on her though.
So this Lionheart Surmia is immediately going to pop this, take 2 turns. So as soon as this Luluka S1s, it's immediately going to proc this Lionheart again. This is the win condition basically.
Ouais, parce que c'est vrai que du coup, il y a Luluka qui va refaire son passif.
Otherwise, this shoe was on a tear.
Bon, du coup, je pense qu'elle va faire quand même son S3. Hein. Tant qu'à faire. Bon.
But does she frush?
Du coup, ça cleanse pas par contre.
A little bit of low rolling going on.
Yeah, so that actually really helped Yim's side because
he's still in it.
It procced, but then no kill. So
she won't be able to skill 3 this turn though. I believe that was her second hit, right?
Chou peut peut-être tuer Céline en vrai.
Ouais,
il va tuer Ruel peut-être.
Burn the shoe for the extra turn. Do they go push block? They don't. He has to now manually use it to take them out.
Might try to gamble? Okay.
Ah non, S3.
Just going for help me cream.
Yeah, just going for the extra chance to counter.
Je pense que Ruel est morte en vrai. Le burn plus la bombe, je pense que c'est finito. Ça tue pas Chou, ça tue personne là. Ça fait pas mal de dégâts à Céline, mais... Ah, Céline, au Beluka, pardon, mais... Ouais, elle est pas morte. Je pense qu'elle est morte là avec le... Avec Beluka.
But look, this Ocean Breeze Luluka, what if she strips the buffs off of this Lionheart? This could actually be really bad.
Je vois que si elle fait tomber les buffs de l'Hermia, c'est foutu. Hein.
I do think that might have been a little bit greedy not using her S3 for the defense buff.
Ouais, je pense que le S3 aurait été bien en vrai aussi. Hein. Parce qu'en vrai, ils ont plus de debuffs, donc t'as pas de truc à cleanse. Juste que par contre, tu perds des focus, enfin tu utilises un truc qui donne trop de focus alors que t'en as besoin que d'un seul. Mais... Seems like a gambling man.
No crit there. Ice Crystal's actually healing.
Pourquoi il a pas S2 S3 pardon.
Celine taken out of the picture. 1v3 situation now.
Enfin, il avait son S3.
The rat shoe popping off, and that will be a wife. And the first round went for a retry ever.
J'ai pas compris là. Il avait son S3. Pourquoi il l'a pas fait? Ça a pas l'air d'avoir choqué non plus les commentateurs, donc peut-être que c'est moi qui ai mal vu.
Hey, you guys never know. We might be getting a second shoe skin.
After
this World Cup.
Whoever wins, let's get another shoe skin. A yearly shoe skin.
No.
Oh god, look at the damage. Damage done by Shu, only 50,000.
Well, you know what's crazy is Shu did twice as much damage as a Lionheart Surmia that used
Le Shu a fait tellement de
like,
dégâts.
3 times. Isn't that kind of
50 000 de dégâts, wow. Mais c'est bizarre leur façon de calculer les dégâts, je trouve.
Somehow in this match, she was doing almost nothing. Retry Ever's team was so deceptively
Imo.
tanky.
It was the defense buffs, the ice creams, the anti-crit, and we mentioned that she did get buffed, but she got CR push, and the actual damage buff was on her attack scaling, so it wasn't really that much.
Yeah,
Match 2.
didn't help him enough.
Pour l'instant, c'est Retry qui mène. À voir s'il y a un reverse sweep.
Imshiwan's side, I think that hurt him during the draft a lot. Retry Ever, of course, as a veteran, showing what he's got on stage. Leading 1-0, of course, this is best of 3. If Retry Ever takes his second one, we'll be moving up to the round of 8. And here is that.
C'est que Mortelix et Milim sont bad du coup.
The loser does get to pick, so Imshiwan will be getting that first pick again.
Yeah, first pick is pretty much always an advantage, I would say. And as you can see, the 2 units that are pre-banned are the ones that were banned in the last match. So Milim and Morp are gone. Kind of strange to see Milim and Morp be the characters
sûrement avoir un Kawerik ou Beluga, comme tout à l'heure.
Both of your favorites. Oh, this match is looking very familiar so
Voilà.
I want to see. We talked about the Solitaria, Jen. I wonder if Yim.
Après ça counter très fort Silas, ça les 2 piques, donc c'est legit. Hein.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he doesn't feel that confident. I mean, we saw his Lionheart really didn't contribute that much to his team, so he might feel not that confident to pick it because it really just did almost no damage, and it wasn't that tanky either.
And I believe Sarmia was actually the second pick coming from Imshiwan.
Donc l'Hermia, c'était pas la meilleure idée finalement. En fait, c'est pas qu'elle fait pas de dégâts, c'est qu'en face ils sont trop tanky, genre.
Well, last match, their second pick was Lionheart Surmia pretty quickly, and then at the very end of the timer, they picked their next character, but they're really debating, like, do I want to try and do the same thing, or is it just going to be a repeat? Oh!
Okay. Et on repart sur l'Hermia.
That's very
I don't know if I like that in the mediator Kawerik too much,
yeah,
but we did still offer the Lionheart in the 3rd spot there.
So, how he's built nowadays is generally as a tank with Aureus for your team, and then he's a tank that he only helps cleanse, and then he's also able to, you know, debuff hard if you have no cleansers, but Retriever's already like, okay, I got the cleansers, I'm fine. But it does help protect a little bit from this part captain, but they pick it anyways.
Yeah.
And the shoe.
Okay.
Maybe he's planning to ban the Kawerik, because, you know, you
Solitaria. Solitaria très forte contre Chou, parce qu'il n'y a pas de focus. Pareil contre Toby Luca, il n'y a pas de focus.
There is the Solitaria.
Oh, we do pick the Soli.
Solitaria c'est très fort là.
Solitaria makes it so that you can't gain focus, which makes it so that this Luluka is not able to do it too much, right? She's still able to buff the team and everything, but
je pense que le game d'avant, Imshiwan et il pique Solitaria au lieu de Sermia, je pense que c'est mieux.
I'm a little surprised they did that because they already have Lionheart who you want to get.
Parce que du coup il aurait à ban ou Morte ou Solitaria, enfin même souvent Solitaria. Je pense que Mortelix aurait été pas mal parce que du coup il fait de l'anti-crit au counter Chou et il fait et il fait de l'injury. Anti-crit j'ai un doute. Non il donne de l'effectiveness, c'est Senia qui fait l'anti-crit. Oh je sais plus. Rowena. Ouais pas mal hein. Contre Chou ou Beluga, c'est fort.
Solitaria is not, yeah, maybe it's a damage or possibly even injury Solitaria. So
okay.
He may also try to maybe just ban sustain and bring us to a frenzy 10. Who knows what he's planning here, but that's a very interesting last pick.
Whoa, leafy pick.
I like it.
Et c'est l'été qui pique.
Or sorry, excuse me, the Lionheart.
Yeah, she's actually really strong into Lionheart Surmia, so I'm not really sure about that Rowana pick though. Like, there's not enough constant counterattacks on the left side that are in an area.
C'est vrai que c'est pas comme si t'avais une Silias en face. Tu vois. Silias t'es obligé de régène parce que t'es obligé de faire une dual attaque, mais.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not entirely sure about.
Kawerik et Solitaria. Ok.
So Soli has to be banned.
Ban de Kawerik.
I thought he might ban the Kawerik because he's going for that kind of stuff. So now we have the Tywin threat. And with the Solitaria band out, he will get some guaranteed powers for the Lionheart, and he'll get the procs on the Tywin.
It's really risky, but like, is this Lionheart going to survive? Because the ambitious Tywin, he's going to try to set up the defense break and spread on the left side that can't be resisted, but like...
The difference from last game
qui open là? Yes. Legit. Après j'ai peur, la team de Yim-Si-Wan elle a pas... Elle a pas de dégâts en fait. C'est pas qu'elle a pas beaucoup de dégâts, c'est qu'elle n'a pas de dégâts. Un peu claquos aussi mais ça va. Déjà on voit des pics différents du qualifier d'hier là, qui était chiant. Donc c'est cool, mais ouais, un peu claquos. Et c'est bizarre là qui joue ça Yim. Parce que ça a l'air bien tout à l'heure, elle a fait 0 dégâts quoi. Ok. Pas de S3 cette fois. Mais il se prouve valeur avec son salaire bien, d'accord. Après le truc c'est que, ok ça a dev break, mais on peut pas aller en dessous de 0% de pénétration de défense. Parce qu'elle infiltre déjà la défense avec son S3 Lermia. Wow. 31 000 HP. Au secours. Évidemment, le premier Serveur est gratuit. Pas de restrict. Et pas de frostbite. Ouh, le duel attaque là. Ça va régénérer un peu. On va voir les dégâts. Ah, c'est quand même pas mal là. C'est vrai qu'il n'y a pas le ice cream.
We saw the Stella Harper right there. The bomb went on Rowana, instantly got cleansed off. Like it wasn't even there.
He's opting to skill 3 here.
So the thing though is, if this Leafy does enough damage,
peut-être que Lermia a assez de dégâts finalement. Mais pareil, il fait pas plus de dégâts que ça là pour le coup. Ok. Là ça va S3. Par contre ça va réveiller et Tywin qui va être en rage et Lermia qui va prendre le truc de duel attaque là. Oh il est blind par contre. Oh il a miss tout le monde. Il a miss tout le monde. Ah non il a touché Flan. Au moins il a touché une personne mais oh le miss sur 3 autres personnes c'est chaud hein. Il a seul burn en plus hein. Et que 5000 avec le buff def ouais. Ok ça passe. Sinon c'était fini hein. Si l'été était en vie c'était fini hein. Ok c'est peut-être la remontée de Yim-Si-Wan du coup hein. Et Cruella en fait elle régène de fou parce qu'il y a Rowena quoi. Ah bah là c'est compliqué pour Retriever là. Au début je suis en mode putain mais il a pas eu de dégâts la game d'avant avec sa Lermia et là sa Lermia elle découpe tout le monde. Après il a joué différemment aussi Retry. Il a beaucoup plus patienté. Le fait de pas avoir fait son S3 dès le début, je pense que ça lui a coûté assez cher. Genre il le fait son S3 quand il y a Céline, mais il le fait pas quand elle y est pas. Ouais, Retry KFF. Yim qui gagne 1-1. La remontada est toujours possible.
Yeah, I was a little worried, guys. You know, Yim-Si-Wan debating. We were talking about his second and third pick. He was kind of going down to the wire, but he shows, right? Top seed.
Ah, c'était chaud. Hein.
Yeah, he's got the hair
c'était chaud, c'était chaud.
And with Serveur did seem like the key.
Look at that, damn.
Yeah, key hero, but maybe it's time for MC1 to show something else. Serveur can't be the only factor in here.
Exact opposite.
We call those hyper carries.
Now you gotta keep in mind that they don't
37 000 de dégâts à Chou, 84 000 de dégâts à la Serveur. Wow.
So
Wow. Les dégâts.
Yeah, it was most picked and most banned, right? So yeah, he definitely doesn't like to have it on the other side. So I imagine he's definitely locking that in.
Pirate Captain Flan apparently did 43 damage, so she was contributing a lot in that last match.
I wonder where that 43 even came from.
Rwana out DPS'd her by a magnitude of over 10.
Rwana, this is her meta.
Certainly, she's popping off everywhere. Imagine we'll see her a lot more once we go into the main stage as well. But here it is, 1-1 tied, as I believe the other ban was actually ML Corée, so he will also be pre-banned now, along with Solitaria. Here's the third round.
That plan was beautiful, by the way, on the side of EMC1.
Ah, first pick Cilia, c'est la première fois qu'il est first pick, non?
Banned from the get-go, and it panned out perfectly.
J'ai l'impression.
Well, he might have been playing that, but now he can't pick Meteor.
Yeah, so he went in Jenna for the round 2, but as we mentioned, Retry is going to lock in that Silius, and now he's in an even tougher spot than the last
thing,
against.
though, is
Oh, Arwell Adin peut-être?
finally seen one of the most picked characters, but since
Ah non,
Solitaria's banned,
DJB.
Oh wow, I thought they were gonna go for maybe the Luluka, but
that's an interesting second pick there when your opponent just has Lilius. We'll see how it
early
goes.
DJB.
Yeah, it's a little bit early because generally
Maybe
DJB you want to pick a little bit.
Could just be protecting his own Arwell in case you expect his opponent to take it. I don't really like that game plan too much though.
Yeah, Retry ever could slow the match down.
C'est vrai que ouais, vu que tu prends DJB avec Arrowhead, tu peux pas te faire invert la barrière. Destina qui est bien meilleur que Ruel en vrai, je trouve. Oh, Riolette. Je trouve que troisième pick Riolette c'est chaud. Hein.
Yeah, he has got the first turn advantage. Solitaria is gone. There's still characters like Bryceria on the table and stuff, but that's a very confident third.
Very confident, but very spicy. Sometimes he does amazing. Other times he dies turn 1.
Yeah, well, it's one of those characters where, yeah, he might completely carry the whole match on his back, or he might literally get hit on the first turn and you instantly lose and you scoop.
But you know, Jenna, I believe players that play like this, third pick with that confidence on the Remnant Violet, he's gonna perform for Retry.
I mean, look at
I hope I don't curse it.
Look at Retry's picture right there. He looks so confident. He's got his arms crossed and everything. He knows what he's doing.
Oh man.
Pourquoi Lermia? Putain, mais il aime bien ça Lermia.
That's a little scary into the Riley.
3-4-3.
Yeah, they're doing that specifically to try and counter the ML of Lilius, but like, can this thing survive? We saw how much damage Shu was doing to it. Oh, the Leafy pick to try and take out the Rylan?
Could be.
Oh, taking the Shu away himself.
But
encore Chou.
the World Cup skin?
I know, what a shame. EMC1, I was a fan.
Chou, y a pas le skin. Aïe 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 aïe. Le skin de Chou.
Wow, he just decided like, I'm tired of fighting this thing, it's my turn. But is that really the strongest thing into a Rylan? So
Ça accroche, je crois.
Ah,
A l'air bien, c'est possible, hein. Oh, c'était Ilinav, mais elle a pas eu la possibilité de faire des merveilles hier. Au moins, elle a été pique, ce qui est fou quand même. Ok. Le gros bleu. Il est nul, non. Donc, oh, et Alencia, ok. Intéressant de la draft de Retry en vrai. J'aime bien.
It is kind of weird in the Lionheart, but we already have things at Procker, and it's a nice matchup into the shoe.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. You can proc it already and then just maybe like strip the buffs after with Alencia or something.
Karina pour finir.
To finish up for MC1.
That might be highlighting we have to ban the Alencia?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that this Karina can actually kill this last rider, or not last rider.
There was the mid ban, guys. Mitigation ban on the side of Retry.
J'avoue qu'il y a plus de mitigation, du coup ça va prendre 100% des dégâts là. Hein. Pas trop de tank hein. Je trouve que Riolette avec un buff défense c'est une dinguerie ça. Il va tanker toute la planète hein.
Okay, we'll see if that
we'll see how it goes.
will be enough. Here's the final game.
Dodge. You have to keep in mind though, something really important is Remnant Violet's on the left side.
Alors, petit JB qui va un peu clean sous ça, j'imagine. Qui a pris 0 CC, genre.
So, pushing that shoe back.
Ok. Pour la barrière.
Oh, look at that. A bunch of free damage. Look, that was like 6,000 or 8,000 damage on that Crow. But that's just ramping him up. The Crow wants that. He's happy to take as much damage as possible. Even if he dies.
Je pense qu'il doit avoir certainement un Holy Sacrifice.
Very nice synergy.
Yeah, that's a synergy with Estina. And Retriever is looking for that Violet.
The time to hesitate.
Will this be enough from C1?
Yeah, so probably gonna see the crowd just S2, and it probably doesn't really matter too much who he uses it on. He just wants that defense buff for that Lilius so she doesn't die.
I'm charging.
We probably don't want to hit the shoe here. Yeah, it just goes on liner.
Yeah, just no need to risk it.
With that defense buff,
Est-ce qu'il va cleanse?
do much. Even with the deep break.
Ouais.
And Destina's like, oh okay, you didn't really do too much, I'll just heal you back to full.
Donc le heal de Destina c'est quelque chose aussi. Hein. Tout le monde est full life, hein. Vraiment ça me fume.
But the thing is, like,
Là il va proc Serveur par contre, obligatoirement. Oh.
Huge damage from this Remnant Violet. He doesn't even have attack buff yet.
He's gonna go for the Karina kill.
Il peut tuer Karina là?
Oh,
Oh
wait.
chaud. Oh il a découpe.
And she's taking half her health just from the initial hit.
Yeah, she's gone.
Okay, we do
Désintégré. Après attention parce que Karina elle peut quand même one shot peut-être Violette là. C'est pour ça qu'il y a un buff def quand même.
A lot of people consider Karina to be pretty good against these evasion characters, but when there's so much tankiness on the left side,
yeah, not behind a Crow and Destina, right?
Yeah, and her S3, it does area damage, it's only helping the crowd. Look, he just holds it, he's like, I can't use it yet.
Il peut pas faire grand chose. En fait, il faut qu'il attende que les buffs sur Violette partent. Les buffs de défense.
We just gotta hit the Remnant Violet. Twice, probably.
I think that's his plan. I think he's waiting until the defense buff and vigor wear off, and then he just goes, just hit.
Oh, est-ce que ça touche?
He's going in.
Here's the first run.
Oh, ça a l'air de toucher, hein. Ça a touché, mais ça a pas crit.
Not really doing that much damage in the grand scheme of things. Like, he's still pretty healthy.
Do you just press it?
Getting a big skill 3 soon.
Bah, tout le monde il fait un S3 là maintenant parce qu'il sait qu'il a win, quasiment. Tout le monde est full life, hein. Après, Crow a pas envie d'être heal là, mais il va être quand même soigné un peu. Pourquoi il a un buff soin là sur sa tête là?
You
did have a weird play there, right? Because now the crowd's not going to be ready for skill 3, but I think he's going for the safer play. Just pop off. Yeah. He's in a good position. No need to risk anything.
But this rest of my body is going to hit so hard. I might just go for the Lionheart, honestly. She's going to take a huge amount of damage. Okay.
Oh!
DJ was God.
Yeah,
one kill.
There. Look at that damage.
Oh my God.
Les dégâts qui viennent couler.
Go for the Remnant Violet. No.
Il y va sur Silias. Ça devrait que ça peut faire beaucoup de dégâts. Ça devrait que. Ah, pas assez.
Yeah, that did some damage.
Imo, c'est finito.
Not enough to kill with the defense break.
Yeah, as you can see, this Crow is missing, what, like 9,000 health or something along those lines, but that's not enough to kill anything. Oh, he's just going for it. What's it gonna be on?
Ça va pas tracer là.
Sermia. So she's on Proof of Valor, so it really doesn't do that much damage.
J'ai pas compris pourquoi il a fait ça. Le fun.
Yeah, I don't know if they really needed to, but I guess.
On fait pas de duel attaque là.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they're just gonna push the Remnant Violet here to try and take her out. So I guess that kind of works out since MLS did
Yeah,
boom boom.
Taking one small step at a time.
Il y a 2 HP.
Sermia does survive, but for how long?
Well, survives for
Ah, c'est vrai que c'est très tanky. Et là, boum. Là, c'est fini. Retry passe à la suite. GG à lui. Et voilà. Riolet diff. C'était un fort Riolet en vrai. Ah. Match numéro 2. 8 gangs contre Hatsune Miku.
It's on brand.
Remember that Uigang is Dam from previous tournaments, and he generally was very high up in the last World Cup as well, and was.
Attends, c'est qui était Il y en a apparemment qui aurait rename par rapport au tournoi de l'année dernière.
From his profile picture, he looks really strong.
Ça me fume qu'il s'appelle Hatsune Miku quand même.
They definitely both look very confident.
We'll take a look at player data for
beaucoup de bandes de
Wow, look at the win rate.
d'AOL, intéressant. Ça pique Crow, Silias et Kaweric.
Look at the matches played. He didn't even have to play that many. He just was like, oh, I'll just play a bit, right?
He's got the experience.
And I'll definitely say I really respect those pre-bans.
The Aola ban?
Holy. Angel of Light and Lua, nobody wants to fight those things, right? And the most picked, look at this, the Last Strider Crow, probably his premier tank that he's picking all the time. Really strong character ever since his buff. And then two of the most powerful supports in the game, Emo Kaweric and Emo Lilius.
These 5 units in general, just probably some of the most powerful
yeah,
in the game.
he likes the strong units. If you just looked at like what someone would make of maybe a tier list or just of units you want to get, like this is 5 of the most wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, very slow player though too. Not a fast play style, and we see from Hatsune Miku here, 64% win rate. Another Zio banner.
Yeah, interesting. Still good win rate.
But the big differences here is they're not picking as much of the supports or tanks. They're picking Spectre, Tenebra, and Aiden.
Lui, il aime pas la vitesse apparemment. Lua et Zio de ban. Par contre, Mospic, je vois une STN. Ça me rappelle quelque chose d'hier là. Tiens. Bizarre.
Of course, we'll see a lot of Lua, Zio, see Lilius most pre-banned. I don't think we'll be having too many of a different pre-banned screen from any other players.
I will say I'm a little bit surprised by last game's the Zio ban we saw, since if both players are playing really slow, generally they're not really going to try to respond as much with that. We might not see as much speed contesting, and it's more just, you know, another slow game, kind of like the previous ones.
And here we go.
So
yeah, this is not round 3. This is round 1 between the two players. The top UI will be fixed.
Oui, c'est vrai que là il faut changer ça là en haut là. C'est pas les bons joueurs là.
Yep, ran the first pick.
Crow?
Whoa.
C'est quoi ces bonnes? Karine et Blue Crow?
Wait a second.
Yeah, I believe
Ça joue à Dean ça.
So, what's up with that, guys?
Yeah, that's a little bit strange.
Je crois que c'est bonne, non?
I expect pretty early based on that.
I guess, but the thing is, oh wow.
Okay.
Let's start a crowd into the collaboration characters.
Yeah.
Some more sleep time.
So Shuna's
been pretty powerful.
Yeah, pretty solid character, right? She's kind of like another Angel of Light in a way.
Definitely a solid unit after all the love she received.
So left side might pick an Apocalypse Robbie.
Égalité. Non, ils ont pas changé la TH.
This team has become incredibly popular on the ladder recently. It gives you a lot of power where you're able to adapt your team to many different circumstances. You have the first turn advantage, you have the vigor, the attack buff, the shields, and then Apocalypse Robbie is just a relatively safe character and survives well against Last Strider Crow and Shuna.
And actually going for
right
speed,
side though. Yeah, so right side's going for just a protect the S10A.
Pera et STN, tiens, STN.
You know, a unit that's basically a force ban DPS.
Ça faisait longtemps.
Threatening a lot of control too as well.
Pas assez à mon goût, mais.
Yeah, so what do you think about the Pera pick here into left sides though? They do have a cleanse.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Not my favorite pick, but I think I could see it working out depending on what he bans.
It does make it so that you can't just ban mitigation on right side, because no matter what, they're either going to have the Last Star Crow or...
Oh, Tissurine. Évidemment très forte. Contre STN.
Well, I mean, she got her EE recently, right? Which does make her a little bit easier to gear, and also the buff strip can be kind of nice.
No, she's been popping up in the meta. We were speaking about like what's kind of current. Not like a super often pick, but you see her here and there.
Yeah, that's kind of true, actually. Oh, we see the Belian final pick. So left side doesn't really have any tank, but they have units that are kind of slippery, right? So Apocalypse Robbie's hard to kill. T-Surin has her little trick of turning invisibility and cleansing, so she doesn't care as much about this Payra, for instance.
And I think we're not too worried, right, about the damage. At least on the first 4 picks, it's not too big of a deal. But let's see what Yimsu... Oh, I'm sorry, the names are Hatsune Miku, last picks here.
Yeah, it should be
Oh.
Ugang on the left and
Assassin's Seed.
on the right.
Ah non, Briseria.
Wow,
Oh, très forte aussi. Après, je sais pas si c'est insane. Hein. Aïe. Parce que elle peut pas one shot Tissurine quoi.
Are we going to see like the cleanser get banned from the left side, or how are they going to handle this?
Yeah, it seems like there are lots of candidates for the post ban on both sides actually.
I think the play is to maybe go for the mediator ban.
Ok, Pera et Médiateur Cabré qui sont ban. Il m'attend lui, il est là.
Now those characters can't be used, and they're two powerhouse characters.
Right, something very important to keep track of.
Yeah, so right side.
Alors. En vrai, je comprends pas des masses la compo de Hatsune Miku. Ok, c'est bon, ils ont changé au-dessus là. Ils ont mis les bonnes. Quoi? Ils ont mis nul. Ah, ok. C'est bon, ils ont mis la TH est à jour. Shuna, elle est rapide en vrai.
The new one from Luluka's banner. So, are they just going to go for an S2 or push some aggression? They do go for the pushback.
Ok.
Don't want that last strider crowd putting any buffs on the team.
Ça va faire dodo.
Oh, some good sleep.
Ok.
Sleep action.
Après, est-ce que t'attaques?
Yeah, that's actually
Non,
pretty
t'attaques
strong
Béliane.
overall.
Ok.
Yeah, they just attack her. No defense break though. That's actually kind of a big deal.
It is Alexis, so we definitely can, I think, kill that Stenny if we proc that greater attack buff.
Can we, Card? Look at her health bar, 13,000.
You know what?
Right?
That was before I checked the health. You're right, Jen. Behind that crowd, maybe not now. That's a lot of health.
That's a lot of health. Assuming the stuns.
Ok, elle a 13 300 HP. Hein.
Full rotation of turns with nothing to show for it. Last year, crowd 30,000 health gives a bunch of mitigation to the team, especially with the shield.
Donc là, je crois que ça cleanse. En S2, je sais pas trop ce qu'elle fait, Shuna.
So the problem here is Shuna might want to hold her S2. It's like, do I want to cleanse the attack down, or
Oh là, ça cleanse.
do I want to save it for when I get debuffed by like, this T-Surin?
Apparemment, ils s'en
She
foutent.
does opt for it.
Just going to use it early just in case T-Surin comes up early with that AoE.
I accept.
Yeah, but as you can see, it didn't do anything because last year Kraus says, okay, you AoE'd me.
Waouh, le chunk qu'elle a pris.
This Briar Witch is
Par
taking
contre,
lots
du
of
coup, STN, elle va. Enfin,
So,
Tissurine, elle va
here's
pouvoir
the
faire son
thing,
S3
if
là.
they S3,
Si,
then
S3.
this T-Surin is going to proc and cleanse herself. So he does just opt for it. He says, I want to push the advantage. But
Very
Surin
risky.
is no longer going to have this attack down, which is
Ouais.
definitely a big deal.
Et hop là. 7000 HP.
Not proc the Alexis
Oh, le
Master,
triple
which
torrent.
is huge.
Triple torrent
Yeah.
Tissurine.
A greater
Sleeping
attack
last
buff
time.
with vigor. Yeah, they
These
might have to
D-breaks are nasty.
Ça va faire mal. Hein.
But you still have to go
Yeah,
for it with
and
vigor.
Yeah, they have no choice. And as you can see, look how much damage that did. Can you imagine if they had greater attack on top of that? It would have been an enormous amount of damage.
Get the kill on the Tempest Turn.
Wait a second, that Tempest Turn was
Tu es
not
morte?
lifesteal.
Bah, j'ai pas vu.
It gained no health back.
Oh là là.
That
132
is a
HP.
little bit surprising,
C'est qu'autant qu'il y a Briseria,
And now,
il peut pas raise. Hein.
without the attack down S10, they're doing so much damage.
Voilà, il y a plus de Briseria.
All but over almost for Uigang's side, but they do take out the Briar Witch
So the
Asaria.
revive is on the table.
Yeah.
Le
Yeah,
S3.
this Apocalypse Ravi just
Oh, les sacrifices.
Holy sacrifice. Not Elbrus, we haven't seen it.
C'est pas de Hellbris en
They
fait.
actually killed
C'est vrai qu'elle a pas counter depuis tout à l'heure.
Oh, wait a second.
Certainly enough.
Kill,
And
It does kill Tempest Surin's back on the table.
yeah, with crit buff.
Wait a second.
Ok.
It does have.
Après, elle a pas son S3 encore. Hein.
Is this the 300 IQ play?
A little bit.
Elle est fufu, mais ça peut
She
toucher.
does turn invisible.
Après, ça peut
line,
miss.
though, is really bad for the side of Hatsune Miku.
Who are they gonna hit?
Wow, les dégâts qu'elle a mis.
Oh, is that
The
poison?
poison actually take out Belial.
Wow.
They're not able to kill the Aravi yet.
No, the poison
Ok, bon,
should
pas sur
be
one
enough.
shot.
No, not close.
So I think this, I believe this Tempest Surin is on the EE that gives life leech on her S1.
Oh,
As you can see
that could be
here,
right. Yeah, you could be right.
Ça peut pas tuer, de toute façon, dans tous les cas.
EE
Ça peut pas one shot, donc c'est
win
win.
him the game here. He's not on lifesteal, but that little
Well,
bit of
let's
help.
see.
Et
We
c'est
didn't proc.
finito, je pense.
She had stacking. She had a ton of health.
Come on, Car, there's no way.
C'est bon.
I'm hoping. No way. No way.
C'était chaud en vrai.
That
Hein.
was close, but we got
Oh my
En vrai, si elle avait pas
God.
fait son S2, je pense, Béliane,
Holy sack, we were certainly surprised.
ça passait pas. Et ouais, c'est le GG. Après, c'est match 1 sur... c'est un BO3, hein, donc c'est pas fini. Hein, mais... Et déjà, ça win ça, quoi.
I think it's possible that maybe they're on Holy Sacrifice specifically against the Last Rider Crow Spectre Tenebria team.
100%, right? Because it's not a strong artifact on its own if you just bring it in a general meta.
Yeah.
It was like tailor-made for this setup.
Also, keep in mind, if it had died earlier, then that Guayra area would have prevented the revive, so it was a bit of a risky pick there.
Man, the more we talk about this is Galaxy Brain planning.
It was so close that Belial had to take out the Guayra Witch, and so many things could have gone wrong. Turn 1, there was no defense break, for instance, on the Belial, right? From the Guayra Witch's area, so many things could have changed in that match. It really could have gone either way.
Hop.
Really close between the two players.
Match 2. Est-ce que Hatsune Miku va réussir à remonter la game? Je ne sais pas. Je ne le sais pas. Après, Hatsune, en vrai, il a des pics. Il y a des pics à tes pics, on va dire. Pour le coup, genre open avec ML Crochuna, ban Croc Bleu et LPK. En plus, je comprends pourquoi il a ban la Spiscarine. A vu sa draft. Parce qu'en vrai, tu la ban si tu veux pick des persos qui ont de l'évasion. Parce qu'en gros, LPK, elle a une chance de toucher les ennemis qui est augmentée, comme pour Briseria, quoi. Et donc techniquement tu la bannes si tu veux prendre une perso avec, un perso avec de l'évasion comme Adine, Rayolette, ou le nouveau Assassin Cartouja, ou truc comme ça. Mais là, je comprends pas. Mais il prend encore des pics bizarres. Hein. Il a ban Croc Bleu pour pick You là, qui fait la même chose. Enfin, il a pas pique encore, mais il a pique. Après c'est très fort contre les tanks, hein. Tu peux one shot un tank avec ça, donc bon. Je sais pas si je l'ai le perso. J'ai un doute. J'ai un doute. Peut-être qu'elle fera partie de mon sélector. Parce qu'il y a bientôt le sélector... Ah c'est dans 10 jours je crois. Le sélector 5 étoiles. Je sais pas du tout qui prendre, mais... Apoc. Ok, Solitaria. Sérieusement, ML Ray avec Solitaria? Très stylé. C'est vrai qu'elle peut appliquer le Venom à tout le monde. Mais je pense qu'un des deux va se faire ban en vrai. Après il n'y a pas de focus en face, donc il n'y a peut-être pas de Solitaria, oui. Le Solitaria ça a mis tellement de CC, c'est une dinguerie. Faut juste que je regarde un truc.
So Jenna, what does he need here in this 5th pick spot?
Well, you see, that's the thing. It can be anything if you're talking about left side. If you're talking about right side, you have to pick some sort of...
Ah, j'ai cru à la Infinite Plage. Ok. Eduardo Elric. Et Flan. Oh, il a ban tellement vite. Oh, il a ban Edward, hein, je pense. Hein. Donc il a pas de cleanse en face. Hein. Il a pas de cleanse contre Ray et Solitaria et Flan. C'est chaud. Hein. Et même au Beluga.
But the left side control comp can actually overcome his passive.
You're absolutely right.
So definitely the Ray has to be banned.
You see right there, he just says, you know what?
Attends, mais il a pas ban Edric?
But I don't care that much.
Il a pas ban Edward, pardon. J'ai Edric, mais...
Yeah, okay.
See, after the draft, we have our second round. Ugang is leading 1-0, best of 3. Solid target.
The Monarch.
This is a very healthy Solitaire. 16,000.
C'est qui va stun là? J'ai pas vu qu'il y avait des HP. Ok, Apoc qui est stun. Après le truc c'est que... C'est qui genre?
the S1 on Serveur.
It doesn't do much damage.
Bon, il y aura la moto après, mais...
They do have a shield because this Yolha actually has the barrier set on, right? Giving it to the entire team.
Let's defy the
Triple skill
odds.
3 defense buff and ice cream
Shall
for
we
the
bring
team.
this to a close?
Look at this last strike crowd, 32,000
Just
health.
going for
Je vois que
it.
32 000 HP.
So much
It's gonna
health.
be big damage.
It does do a nice amount. This Edward 23,000 health.
That was behind the barrier, remember, right? We outlined the protection.
True. That is true. He's not even able to break the barrier that's on this Pirate Captain Flan. The defense buff plus the mitigation.
Yula, elle a 30 000
so
HP.
tanky.
Now
So
we're back to
this
solid
is where.
target.
C'est là où ça va commencer à être un peu le bordel là, parce que Edward il va être en mode ah tu me débuffes. Eh ben mange.
Saw her on
Oh la duel attaque.
Oh wait, that's actually big that they dueled right there because the cleanse happens on Lionheart before she actually does this animation. So look, she gets
Oh!
nothing.
Oh.
That's
huge.
action. And then Ocean Breeze Lulika is coming right after to
That's very
debuff him
big.
even
I think he's in
harder.
an okay spot despite the dual
Oh j'avoue que le fait que la duel attaque, enfin en fait il y a duel attaque avant,
Yeah, this Ocean-
du coup ça
Ocean Breeze
proc Sermia et
Lulika
notamment
coming
son
after,
cleanse.
saying, I'm gonna blind you, I'm gonna silence you. Does
Mais
it
du
hit
coup,
Edward, though?
il a pris après un debuff où il peut pas prendre de bonus et du coup bah il est finito. Enfin en tout cas il n'y a pas de buff def. Et vu que l'Hermia a besoin d'avoir de la défense pour faire plus de dégâts, enfin, plus elle a de défense plus elle fait des dégâts, bah là elle va faire 0 dégâts. Sur les silences donc bon, voilà mais... Je pense que le plan c'est de choper tout le monde et après Edward à la fin.
I think Hudson is in a
Tu peux pas 1v4 Edward.
spot here. Now, you never know. Wu Gang might mess up one key control turn and maybe could come back, but yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, this is an injury Edward, which is definitely very helpful against like the last rider crowd, right?
Yeah.
But cheeky little dual attack doesn't do much, but as you can see, this is why people are scared of debuffs. That's why in the current meta, cleansers are so valued, because if you don't have enough cleanse, this happens to you, and you feel helpless.
Edward also
Sauf que là, comment il joue en face là?
on his,
À Poc elle a pas pris un seul tour, ça fait 3 fois qu'elle se fait stun.
Edward's doing okay by himself though.
Yeah, I mean, Edward's hanging out, but the thing about Edward is he is a selfish unit, right? He doesn't really help the team, only himself, but like, can he really solo
C'est vrai que le problème c'est que Edward là du coup il donne des stacks à Crow. Hein.
Stuff with that many debuffs on the other side.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky. I mean, Edward has made miracles happen in the past, but left side is just so healthy.
stacking up that injury on this 32,000
Ça commence à faire beaucoup d'injuries par contre.
Yeah, but something you have to keep in mind, and this is definitely an important factor, is the frenzy in the current state of the game is much more powerful than previous metas. Immediately after Frenzy 1, you're on your tanks, you're already losing like 2,000 health, right?
Yeah,
Just
not
from
the biggest
Frenzy
fan of
use.
that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's Frenzy
it's
3
very
already.
powerful
You're
though.
in trouble now.
Ça la frenzy en fait dans le jeu, c'est une mécanique pour éviter d'avoir des parties trop longues. Et là en fait globalement ça réduit les HP et la défense en fonction du nombre de frenzy. Donc plus la frenzy augmente, moins t'as d'HP, moins t'as de défense. Là il a 20 000 HP max, bon, après il a pris de injury mais voilà. Et ça augmente l'attaque et les chances d'effectiveness. Ouh. Elle a 2 HP, elle va faire un S3, ça va faire mal. Hein. Ouh aïe aïe. Ah bah oui, il va strip le shield et c'est fini là.
Again.
Après elle joue quand même Yula je crois.
Oh, no silence there.
Ouais, pas de silence, après elle est blind, mais pas de silence hein. Je sais pas qui joue. Ouais. Et la barrière aussi est réduite. J'ai oublié ça, mais ça réduit aussi la puissance des barrières. Oh, 2 tours de silence.
I don't know.
C'est pas mal hein.
A lot of you guys are asking where the frenzy is. Whenever the frenzy changes, it pops
Apoc
up
elle a
on
pas
the
fait
side.
une,
The
elle a pas fait
stage
un tour, elle a pas fait un S1, elle a rien fait Ravien.
Yeah, it's frenzy 4. Not the stage. I think the stage. You mean the background? The background changes in the.
The background, yeah, that's.
Background will be changing in the.
C'est une dinguerie, elle a pas fait, elle a rien fait, elle a fait 0 de dégâts.
Not right now immediately.
How annoying.
Oh, this bomb is still present.
Already has a bomb, right? Like he already has one.
But
Il a un
let's
debuff.
see
là.
Shoots
here.
it at him, like just the S1, right? She
He
can
needs something
land another
crazy to happen right now. Maybe
Tu as remis une
if
bombe.
another bomb was applied, he maybe needed to resist that.
Yeah, he would be get a little lucky, so he gets stunned, but his
Il va clean
passive
ça.
is now down, and look at him on the turn bar. He's
just getting
miles
overwhelmed.
off.
Which we mentioned at the start of the
Yeah,
draft that
controlled
he
again.
never looks good against these debuffs.
Team contrôle, hein. Team contrôle, ça fait la différence, hein.
He's a god versus it, but if the rest of your team is just helpless, you can't do anything. And that's the dangers of picking a team like what Hatsune Miku did. You need those cleanses.
That's right, and Nugang is going
Commanding
to take the best of 3 with a 2-0.
Petit 2-0 bien propre là.
Ah,
il y a une pause après. Hein. Et on est parti pour Retriever contre Crying Leader. Donc ça c'est le match pour se qualifier. C'est là, c'est top 8 là. Pardon. Retriever on a déjà vu ses pics et ses bans. Crying Leader par contre on n'a pas vu.
Yeah, it means crying leader literally, huh? Okay.
Well, we already saw these stats right here, but Retriever didn't really pick much of that Airwell or Aiden, but they definitely like the Emolilius.
Yeah, but we could see that Retriever reacting against his opponent oftentimes.
So we just saw quite a few no-night drafts, especially from Retriever.
Yeah, he was actually playing surprisingly aggressive, so I think that he's pretty adaptable and ready to play multiple different styles, assuming he gets some of this though. I do think it definitely matters a lot who gets the first pick, since it's completely random.
The first pick will be random throughout, so that will.
Et donc lui, il ban Adin. C'est bizarre qu'ils mettent Adin normal alors que c'est... C'est Light Adin, mais voilà, AOL, ça pique beaucoup le Lua. Hein. Oh, 52% de win rate.
I'll definitely say I'm shocked that Lua is one of the most picked, because who let them pick Lua all the time?
Ouais, c'est clair, hein, ce que je me disais aussi, genre Lua elle est pique autant de fois, c'est bizarre. Hein.
Well, it came through, maybe because he also doesn't, you know, pre-ban it himself.
I guess so, and maybe every time he's first pick he leaves it up and he seems to be getting it, but also a big fan of the Luluka, maybe against all those Emo Lilius that he fights.
Yeah, she's definitely making a big impact, both in the meta and in this tournament already.
She's made an impact in many games.
A little too many. Oh, actually, we'll just stick with that Adin ban and a Rylith ban from the
Adin?
Was he watching the matches?
He saw. I guess he had to
tired of evasion.
Je comprends pas. Adin, les Adin. Enfin. Vraiment, c'est le logo d'Adin Light qui est affiché, quoi. C'est bizarre. First pick Eric. Ok. Donc il a ban l'évasion. Il aime pas l'évasion. Crying Leader, c'était à droite parce qu'ils ont pas mis des pseudos. C'est le premier jour. Enfin, ça c'était le premier jour de cast. Et de cette WC, donc c'est normal que l'overlay il est un peu pété ou quoi. Toujours pareil. Tu fais des tests, mais toujours en live, il y a des trucs à retaper un peu. Mais donc Crying Leader contre Retriever à gauche. C'est vraiment un open qui est vraiment très différent. AOL Emilia. Ok. Emilia, faudrait que je la build en vrai. Parce que je l'ai, mais je sais pas si c'est un build. Et ouais.
And right side, going for the Payra, very flexible and aggressive.
Politis.
Okay, wow. So right side still hasn't really picked, I'm assuming this is probably a bulky Politis, but we'll kind of see. But right side might just be kind of
Poetis, ah ouais.
Still kind of waiting on what left side is doing to pick their DPS units.
Yeah, both sides still haven't picked their DPS yet. No Knights.
Hey, Robbie.
Apocalypse.
Okay.
Robbie. All right.
Edward
and
picked
Edward.
up along.
I would say that definitely makes a good amount of sense.
Yep.
Oh, Roy Mustang. Are we going to see him?
Vraiment? Petit Roy Mustang là? Non, l'été.
Okay, now we're hovering the Lethe.
Oh, back to shoot.
Chou et l'été.
So
We
quick
got
draft.
both. Was that no skin though? No skin.
It
on
has
the
the
shoe?
skin.
Yeah, yes, skin.
It does.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
What do you
see
think
those cat
about Leafy car? Tell us about your thoughts.
I think you said it perfectly last night. I think Jenna said awooga, and that's all he said, respectfully. But no, I think she's great, especially in the current meta.
That was
Violet.
She can potentially destroy this.
Violetto.
Edward, but I don't know if
Il a ban Adil, il a ban Violette, mais il reste Violette.
Yeah, now we have the two ice units, hard countered by the Violet last pick.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair,
Probably
you kind
needs
of
to
have
be a
to.
Mustang.
kind of have to expect the last pick to be banned, right? That's generally how it goes, so.
Yeah. Remnant Violet banned, so you do have to have your perfect Earth
Bien sûr.
unit, which is going to be banned from now on.
He just banned the only other evasion main character, so now.
Donc il déteste l'évasion, je pense, Crying Leader. Hein. Putain. La RNG, c'est non.
No fat cap, though.
Yeah, that's right. Odin's gone too, so let's go into our first round.
Donc il n'y aura plus aucune unité d'esquive dans tout le BO. À part Cartouja, mais bon. Qui joue Cartouja? Personne.
Because there's a lot of injury on left side. I would expect this. I think Edward is probably injury, and Apocalypse Ravi puts injury as well. So
here we go. Watch the animation. We still got the Edward.
Ooh, wait, look at that. The Amelia's stun.
Back and forth.
You expect that?
Double stun là.
There's no injury on the Edward. Look at Leafy's health bar. It is not red. So that's actually a pretty big deal. If they can lock down this Apocalypse Ravi for long enough, this Leafy might actually be able to just come through and slowly pick them off.
Après, Apoc, faut la tuer très vite. Hein.
We'll see the damage. Not at all. That's
maybe lack thereof. Angel of Light just throwing out the S3. They're like, okay, well, I don't want Payra having any buffs. I don't want Leafy to be able to use S3. Oh, but she actually 15% the silence. So she is actually able to just immediately use the S3. That's actually pretty huge.
Yep,
Ça c'est fort.
And those Omen stacks are coming.
Yeah, 2 Omen stacks. Yeah, so they're going for a control game essentially.
Wants to knock that Emmy and then just controls the field with the poly parrot.
I definitely think that's a very smart idea because if they take this Amelia out, then the Payra and the Politis can probably start to control this Apocalypse Ravi.
Elle est encore en vie. Oh la vache. Elle a 2 HP. Le seum.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, they had Norm mitigation too on the S3, so even if the Payra had escort, like that was.
En gros, j'ai une récompense de l'E7WC là.
She is a death row. She's about to go.
Ici. Elle est où par contre?
Payra going for the stun. Yep, Soulburn.
Elle est pas descendue là?
Yeah, but you notice that the Apocalypse Ravi, look at her bar.
Par contre, Emilia qui a 2 là sur 3 de Omen, on va voir le Kraken. Hein.
Yeah, here's Leafy.
Hop là, et un Kraken. 1. Punch, 2200 dès le début là. Oui.
Yeah, the Kraken.
Ouais, ça tue.
Extinction right there. That Emilia did nothing.
Donc Emilia, elle ça fait rien aussi. Hein.
We're going to be hitting about that much, right, on the rest of the units here. One stack of Call of Abyss on each Omen.
It probably will go down a little bit as the frenzy happens, but wow, the player's just going for the S3. Edward already has a buff, debuff on, so that one's going to be cleansed, and he gets stunned.
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Et on prend des debuffs là, dis donc le Edward là.
She doesn't even care. She's in no danger.
Je pense que ça part sur une win de Crying, hein, à mon avis. Je vois pas trop comment.
Oh my god! Why not?
Il a plus de cleans.
Because they can.
Donc bon.
Okay.
I mean, this Apocalypse Ravi, she's completely disabled by everything. Look at the debuffs. She has no bars. She can't do
anything.
anything.
That was 3,700 on the Quirk too. Now definitely in prime position to die. So the Call of the Abyss.
Il gagne jamais là.
Oh yeah, like. And can Edward
Il gagne juste jamais. Non mais. Elle s'est fait permastun. Ah voilà. Je sais où est Dixie là.
Crying leader just shattering Retry Ever's mental in that match. Just Retry Ever is just like, get me out of this match. I don't want to see this anymore.
They're just not having the best time this tournament. You see that often.
C'est bon, j'ai trouvé.
You think he's gonna just be a monster against debuffs?
Oh, ils ont laissé Serveur là.
Yeah, I mean this meta, it's generally either people play really aggressive or people play a lot
Donc
of
victoire de Crying Leader qui abat toutes les unités de type esquive.
And I think that's why Retry Ever picked the Amelia. He's like, okay, I have another good cleanser, but then she just got stunned.
That's one of the weaknesses, right? On Ruel units like Amelia, typically, sometimes you sacrifice the effect resist that you see on a lot of other soul weavers.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit surprised. I wonder how much effect res it had, or maybe how much effectiveness this
Blizz
had.
That
was
right?
surprising.
Yeah.
Leafy.
Vous avez des personnes qui ont fait 0 de dégâts. 0. Littéralement 0.
She's a really solid character that counters a lot of popular picks in the meta.
100%, but you don't really expect her to fight units like Apocalypse Ravi, right? Even sometimes Ed, when he's above 20k health. Usually you want to see them in that Lionheart, Sirmia range, where she's guaranteed kill. But yeah, he made that work beautifully.
Yeah, definitely. He made it look easy. Like,
that certainly works really well.
Alors, faut juste que je surveille vite fait aussi.
Now there was some RNG, right? Some favorable
La commande Amazon.
Okay.
crying leader,
Very
but
true.
it's still-
C'est censé arriver aujourd'hui. Avant
Yeah,
22h.
the stun on the Amelia,
Un dimanche.
that happened from the Politis S2, I think that just instantly
It
sealed
was
the
a
match.
snowball.
C'est pas encore en cours de livraison, mais soon, hein,
Little
j'imagine.
things like that for debuffs are just so huge. And it's surprising to see the Politis lock down the whole team. They were looking like Solitaria with how many debuffs they were putting out.
Yeah, that's right. If you can control the game just like that. What if Emilia did not get stunned? Would it be on the other side? Retry ever controlling.
Je pense que si Emilia était pas stun, ça aurait été vraiment différent.
Cleansing pretty quickly.
It definitely could have changed a bit of it because they would have cleansed their team and then they would have started stacking a little bit of injury, you know, from the Apocalypse Ravi on the Lethe. But I will say, even if she hadn't been stunned, it's possible that they could have gone locked down right after by someone like the Peyra, right? Because she couldn't have had that much effect resist, so maybe the Peyra can actually just debuff them.
Yeah, there were a lot of stun
And then you asked though, what if Peyra misses her stun? So even though it was a very strong start, it was still anyone's game depending on what happened in the beginning.
Well, when there's debuffs, there's so much RNG, you're not really sure how the opponent's character is built, you don't know how much FRES, you don't know where the stats are distributed, so you never know.
Yeah, that's tough now.
Je sais pas si on fait les tournois en mode draft aussi un jour. Parce qu'il y a le mode draft qui est très très sympa.
You have all the RNG in the first game. I'm just gonna go out.
Et je sais pas si un jour ils vont faire des tournois comme ça.
The second game. We just have a couple more seconds to talk about the game before we actually head into our second. So, do you think the Lethe is really strong right now? How fast do you actually have to build her?
I think usually the sweet spot is like 240. Where's yours at, Jenna? 240,
I'm
and
like
then
230,
20.
but mine's not that good.
Well, guys, do I have the fastest Lethe here?
I think
Mine's
mine's about
240.
You see the draft mode Lethe, it's 290.
290.
Yeah.
T'es en train de parler de la draft, justement du mode draft, c'est de l'été qui est très rapide. La sienne a 242 speed, la mienne elle est à combien?
Lethe is a very simple character, right? You build the meat on her, you give her a ton of health, you give her defense, you give her speed,
that's right.
And then everything else is extra, right? You give her artifacts, she's just this super big tank, but...
Moi, je crois qu'elle est plus lente, elle a 220, je crois. 234 de speed en vrai, mais elle a que 23 000 HP. Elle manque d'HP.
Apparently takes out Apocalypse Ravi's too, but she does have some counters that we were outlining before. I think Jenna mentioned units like Sharoon, who's super strong. We haven't seen her pop up just yet. So I expect to see some people, if you pick Lethe too early, they'll have counters ready.
Yeah, definitely. Injury is so good against them. So when you see like the Apocalypse Ravi, it's like, I mean, if they get too much injury, it might be a trouble. But if you just control them, they don't even get one turn.
So it seems like so far the name of the game has been controlled from a lot of the Korean qualifiers. And you might be looking into a few other...
Je vais faire ça le temps qu'ils sont en train de parler là. La petite boutique, acheter mon énergie, tout ça. Évidemment, on farm, hein. On n'oublie pas. Hein.
But the thing is, now there's counters for him. That's the problem, right? His characters like Sharoon and stuff like that. He's not a super safe pick all the time. The best cleansers, I mean, what do you think, Car? It's like him and like what? Destina. And, like,
now we did see, I think it was in some previous tournaments, sometimes you see rare scenarios where like a Momo will pop up against super hardcore debuffers.
Oh yeah, when someone's going really
like Solitaria. But another thing too, guys, the control's really strong right now, but I expect that to shift right when the Emma Landy gets opened up again. Because some units you have to build to fight against the Landy or you support the Landy. So we mentioned that prior to this, control was kind of popping off, like Genazad abusing the DD Ray every game. The Solitaria?
I admit that I'm a bad person. But yeah, characters like Emma Landy, what they introduced is you're not as scared of debuffs because she's a DPS that doesn't just get stunned constantly like we saw that Apocalypse Ravi. They're safe, right? There's just not a ton of characters that feel safe. Like Edward, of course, does, right? But we saw what happened. Too many debuffs, and I mean, your whole team got time. Yeah, your whole team got crushed, and then even he can't cleanse enough. So it's pretty rough out there with all the debuffs, and you really have to watch out for it. That's why a lot of people like to play aggressive, because if you play super aggressive, the opponent's on the back foot, and they
can't. Il y avait une petite pause, ça va reprendre. Hop là.
There's a golden rose penetration set Dilibet that can solo carry damage. But we'll see if that
tell me all about that later. I have a Dilibet set up. But I think we're getting we're getting ready for our second round here. Of course, round of 8 qualifiers.
Okay, whoa. Okay, ça a déjà draft.
Yeah, with those post bans, Violet and Shoot. still sticking in the prevent now.
Et bien le Cavalry qui first pick, et bien le croix en face. STN?
all the RNG from the game, I will always win. And so he has 3 evasion units banned.
I know.
Et Sharon?
He hates violence. He hates evasion.
Oh, here we go.
We've been talking about her.
That's
And a very strong pick, right, Jenna, into the mediator
The
Corée.
snake.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
definitely.
options you can do against this.
Sharon. Ever since her recent buffs and like her EE and everything, she's actually such
Tiens, sa
a
gueule dehors.
powerful unit into.
J'espère que vous l'entendez pas dans le micro.
where
So
he gets
toxic.
punished no matter what he does. It's like damned
Ah
if you
ouais.
do, damned if you don't. If you use
C'est
your
ok contre
S3,
Sharon.
she strips it. If you don't, she just
Oh.
constantly increases her cooldowns.
Or a lot of times
Un homme de culture.
just skill 3 overlap you, right? Because of the big
Yeah.
combat.
Ça choquait personne qui prenne Raz par contre. Hein.
Yeah, exactly. And not to mention, she also gives a lot of buffs.
Ça donne un buff
to
def,
which is-
ça
you
peut durer
cannot
l'attaque.
discount those. Like she's giving attack
Oh, je
buffs,
pense
crit damage.
qu'il y a une STD qui va être pique côté retry. Hein.
She pairs so well
STD
with
en
some
back là
characters.
contre. Enfin, avec Raz c'est bien. Ah bah.
Come near.
Yeah, and we see, ooh, wow. So we see left side is going for a really slow wait and see approach, right? And they're gonna
STD aurait été
pick the
incroyable
right
côté
side,
retry, en
he's
vrai.
just going for that
Je pense que c'est pour ça qu'elle a été
aggressive
piquée
start,
côté
where
Crying.
you pick the Payra,
Parce qu'en vrai, tu mets STD dans le back avec Raz devant, ça donne un shield à STD si jamais elle se fait burst. Il avait pas vraiment d'AOE en plus.
With the buff, now that she actually feels like a really good soul weaver on the
Ok.
team. And looking with
Oh, left
Payra,
side.
going very fast.
Immediately going for
ultra
that.
tanky, hein,
For the
côté
Belian.
retry, hein.
Belian's obviously great into Spectre Tenebria, everybody knows that.
Là, sur 4 persos, il y en a 3 qui peuvent être au-dessus de 30 000 HP.
Yeah, we're gonna fuel his skill.
And the first Zio
Whoa.
actually picked.
Zio.
Remember, he wasn't banned.
Ok, je pense que ça banne l'été en face. Vu les HP.
I'm thinking that must be a full DPS
Il est peut-être
Zio,
ban
and
Zio,
he's
du coup.
trying to disable the Payra
Seems so.
and then try and push the advantage.
Ou alors il y a ban
right?
Pera parce que ça
Is he
banne Zio.
gonna
Ah
be
non,
able to
ban
do
Bélian,
enough
ban l'été.
damage? Okay, so we see the Leafy gone and we see the Belian gone.
Bélian, après il a besoin de Souls en vrai, hein. C'est normal. Il doit avoir un tag AS sur STD. Et du coup Bélian enlève les âmes, donc du coup tu peux pas soulburn mais ça te donne un artefact qui ne sert à rien quoi.
But we still have to cut through 3 units to get to that standing. I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
we'll find
this-
out, but this
yeah, I
doesn't look
guess
good to
we'll
me.
see.
Yeah, that'll be
I
a
mean,
lot of
maybe what
disappears.
they'll do-
Et Zio il peut vraiment disrupter la Pera quoi.
But yeah, let's see.
Disrupter la
Maybe
team de
Zio actually
Crying.
goes to the last round of crowd to do the damage and just
Parce qu'il va jouer avant Pera, normalement.
Light can strip buffs.
Voilà.
Of course, we
Does so
start
much
with
damage,
Zio.
right? This initial
Et du coup Pera va pas jouer. Hein.
Well, let's see.
Va faire silence.
Here's
Ou
Valda.
CR push.
And right after 5% off.
Ou les deux.
It is on the Payra.
Là, ça part sur un autre silence.
Okay, they're just gonna silence their whole team and leave unbuffable. Landed everything but one unbuffable.
Ouais,
and that's
pas
going
d'unbuffable
great for
sur
them so far.
Sharon, après bon c'est pas grave, en vrai.
Those are brutal debuffs.
So you were saying,
So the question
Jenna,
is,
Je pense que là c'est un petit S1
I
hein,
was just
pour ramener
gonna
Raz.
say, like, is he
Ça, ça
gonna
donne un
push
buff
his
def.
advantage with the S3 here
Ok,
into
il s'en
just
fout.
immediate
S3.
process to try and
Immunité
defend.
attaque.
What were you gonna say, G-Club?
So you're saying Retry ever has these first few turns, but he needs to break through all these defenses to get to S10.
27 000 HP le Raz. Il doit avoir une def de fou en vrai.
Like, S10 is hyper carry.
Boum boum.
You have to immediately remove them. Oh, barely.
Doesn't land the kill.
127 HP hein, Pera. Hein.
Because of the miss from the Roz, the 50-50.
You aren't even fit to kiss my
Yeah, so Spectre Tenebria, she has 12,000 health, pretty bulky, and that tells you that her damage is
Que 13 000 HP, c'est pas dégueu. Hein.
It's not a full damage Spectre Tenebria. And tankiness is pretty useless in this matchup if you think.
no escape.
So she's immediately soul burning, removing
Oula,
all
c'est quoi
the
ça,
debuffs.
Socket?
Now she can get Sharoon buffs. See, Sharoon's coming around the bend.
Exactly, that's the big thing. If he can just kind of outlive this momentum from retry, he's gonna look so strong.
A free attack buff, look at that.
Ouais mais je pense que Pera est morte.
And
Hein.
the berries we talked about, just in case. Not very relevant,
Après ça
but-
donne des dégâts.
So how
Ah,
much
STD,
damage
hein.
is Zio gonna do?
Okay, 4K even before disappear.
Wow, il fait 12 000 par S1 là. La
And
vache.
Angel Light has to silence her. Oh, they're soul
Okay,
burning?
silence?
Yep.
Okay.
They did not want to
Il peut
lose
S3
any
avec son
chance.
pro.
Last round of
Après, ce qu'il va le
crowd
faire.
kinda
Parce que
doesn't
ça donne un
want
skin Fire, donc ça sert à rien, je pense.
fire to the left side, which makes it really difficult
Tant que
for him.
AOL est en vie, c'est
Left side's actually
compliqué.
doing a really good job just
That's right.
running
I might
him
be a
down.
believer in this Zio. He still has 2 turns on the DFI. He could do
Yeah.
this.
And did you see what artifact that last round of crowd was on as well? He was actually on the Cecilia artifact, giving the shield. I think Rise of Amana.
Rise of Monarch, yeah.
I believe the
We do see that cheeky little counter attack on Sharoon. She is on Celestine, which is a constant source of healing, so she's healing a nice amount.
That's
C'est
very
Sin
important,
Counter,
right?
bien sûr.
Stall out for this Stenny to do some work.
Yeah, but can he stall fast enough? Left side's doing a pretty good job rushing him down. The Angel Light is so tanky, still not dead.
Yeah, that's
right. Oh, they're actually going for the crowd because
12 000 HP, mais elle tank de fou. Par contre, ouais, là ça tue, je pense. Ça tue pas, ça tue. Ça tue. C'est pour ça qu'il a silence croc. Il savait, il était sûr que ça allait suffire. Et ça évite une contre-attaque aussi de Charoon en vrai. Il a déjà son S3. En plus, Zio est peut-être sur Chatty ou un truc comme ça qui fait qu'il a encore un shield derrière si besoin. Elle est morte, ça y est. Mais il a mis énormément de temps et de ressources sur AOL. Hein. Et ouais, 1-1. Retry qui remonte. Que Zio il a tout pété. Hein. PKML Kawerick, STN AOL, ça y est. Il va peut-être reprendre Raz. Hein. Il s'offre peut-être une option. Là il pique Zio et Raz. Et du coup il a 2 menaces.
The Angel of Light not only good against Emil Quirk, but also, as we saw last match, the last starter Crow, if he has 3s, you get the skill nullifier.
So with the pair up pickup, Zio is still available.
Let's see the Zio.
Now we're gonna see another Zio.
Peut-être que Zio sera vraiment de last pick. Hein.
But this team certainly looks a little different now with
parce qu'il a la chance d'avoir le last pick retry, donc bon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Is left side gonna go for an aggressive team though, or is he just going to go protect the Spectre Tenebria kind of team?
I imagine with Angel, he wants to lean towards more aggression.
Well, last game he did make it look really defensive though.
There's Zio, the king.
Well, unless he's got 2 Zios, we know what this thing looks like.
2 Zios.
Hey, what if you have
a lot of people do build multiple units, yeah.
Oh, like 1-4, about 260.
Et Sina aussi pour bien défendre. Et ça cleanse hein. Ça cleanse sa Pera. Après il a déjà AOL qui cleanse un debuff.
Extra sustain available for retry now. With that Soul Weaver.
So now right side has to pick 2 DPS units that are able to completely take out left side's team. Politis.
So we did see this, yeah, but
parce que ce soit Politis DPS, mais
I believe she was more of like a control style, right?
She only had 14,000 health. She took a lot of damage from that Edward, remember? So maybe she's really high effectiveness or something. Are they going to use it to try and control the Destina somehow?
For the
something to keep in mind. Yeah, a lot of people have actually lowered the effect resistance on their Destina.
Et du DPS, 10 sur une contre STN.
It's at first in E7 World Cup, but we did see her earlier actually.
Yeah, with the skin, it's the first time.
Well,
ah ouais?
Wow!
We just talked about this.
Il a vraiment pris. Non mais il a pris Raz et Momo sur le même BO. Dinguerie.
The Momo with the skin too. You love to see it.
Wow, okay, so the Tempest Surin could be kind of scary, but she does kind of die to Zio if he gets a good double attack there. Oh, we see the Tempest Surin and Angel Light.
Après, c'est vrai que tu bannes Surin, ça manque de DPS. Hein.
Oh man.
Politis c'est un peu de DPS, mais c'est pas. Voilà quoi. C'est pas non plus folichon. Après, ça dépend aussi de comment elle est stuffée, mais après, de ce qu'il disait, c'est qu'apparemment elle était assez faible pour le coup.
I think it's a good idea that left side picked the Montmorency just because they're scared of getting controlled like last time. They saw what happened.
We'll see.
Plus the poly, very strong.
This is the final round between the 2 players. Best of 3. First match of round of 8.
Zio getting the first turn, unsurprisingly.
Nil before me. Toujours pareil. Je comprends pas pourquoi il banne pas Zio alors qu'il sait très bien que ça va silence Pera quoi. Peut-être qu'il se dit ouais 15%. 15% de chance de gagner la game. Elle a pris cher hein. Après elle peut raise mais bon. Stun, ça tue pas. Donc il peut juste S2 sans faire de S3 spécialement.
Yeah, that Politis actually hit really hard. It would be gone. But...
Yeah, it would have been a good game plan, but now Retry's gonna be able to sustain.
Yeah, there's this...
We saw the Zio. We have a Spectre to
Oula.
That's right, Car.
Okay.
Whole lot of
Elle est morte.
sustain and...
Elle est pas morte.
God, look at the Spectre.
So
look at that. Just barely. If that was a crit, she was gone.
Yes.
Du coup, c'est quoi S2, je crois que ça cleanse tout. Non, c'est ça cleanse tout debuff. Non mais ça va là. Après le problème c'est que du coup il perd ses buffs quoi. Il reste qu'un seul tour. Oh le shield.
So I would imagine that they S3 here, but it would be funny if the Politis then immediately stunned. However, they also have Montmorency.
He has the Momo falling up though. Yep.
Oh, back to full health.
Ok, il est full HP hein.
So maybe you skip a turn here. No crown.
So you're getting stunned, but
il a son soul burn.
Just hanging out. She can throw everything at this Politis if she wants, because the Politis didn't seem that tanky.
See on
she got chunked in the previous round.
Ça aurait valu le coup de faire un petit soul burn, je pense, mais bon.
They lost their momentum, right? They rode the bike, they did the doll attack with Politis, but like now what? How do you?
Je trouve que là il y a rien pendant 3 tours quoi. Les crises d'attaque c'est fort. Après il va buff attaque, mais bon. Bon, il va pas jouer. Oh, il a eu une réduction de cooldown hein, avec son artefact. C'est insupportable. C'est insupportable. Après, il va se faire pêche. Hein. Polity c'est morte. Hein. Polity c'est morte 100%. Hop.
Oh yeah, even more this time.
I love it.
Through the barrier, 9k. And Crying Leader has no other source of damage.
Il a plus de dégâts, il a plus de stun, il a plus rien pour counter les non-active skills là. Ouais, Retry je pense va gagner. Hein. Ok, unité.
Maybe there's a hidden bug we don't know about.
We stall, yeah. Anything's possible in Frenzy 10.
Yeah, he didn't cheat. He didn't cheat code.
Frenzy 3, mais il y a Stenny qui va jouer juste après. Il a combien d'HP là 5007. Le shield qui lui donne 10 000 HP là.
For the biggest accident. Oh.
I mean, this is the thing with Spectre Tenebria, right? Like, you have to pick your whole
là, il peut soul burn, non? En vrai, c'est soul burn, je vois pas trop à quoi il sert. À part pour Momo si jamais, mais bon.
How do I do it? And look, this Hera somehow tanked a whole hit, which is kind of impressive, but Spectre Tenebria just free reign.
Oh.
We're not even getting random hits into the Crow either.
Pito!
For a faster bike.
Crow will be the last man standing, yeah. He's abiding by the rules. No wild bike riding.
Il va faire tellement mal les yeux. Il a son ulti en plus.
Yeah, he's playing it safe. But I just don't really see what Crying Leader can do here. I think that Retry ever kind of just.
Donc il joue avec le sceptre de. Je sais plus qui là. Finito Pipo, exactement.
Yeah, even before the DFI goes off.
Donc il est en perma DFI quoi, c'est assez fort. Normalement il y a un tour en fait on n'a pas le bonus. Mais là.
Yeah, this is 3 turns too.
4 turns. This is impossible.
Yeah, so I'll definitely say last year Crow has not been having an amazing showing so far.
Ouais, mais le Crow là il était pas fou hein. C'est fort, mais Zio il fait que du single target quoi. Et voilà. Retry qui passe.
Moving up to the round of 4. Congratulations. As defeating Crying Leader, one of the big opponents.
Bon, à la limite, le temps qu'il fasse ses picky ban un peu de Sasimitea là, contre Xiaoye, post-pipi. Écoutez ce cast de fou.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, did you see his shirt? He's wearing an E7 shirt. But let's talk about Sashimi here. They pick very defensively. Look at that. Karina and Summer Lulika all the time, and they do not want
waifu lineup.
Even the bands, I guess. But look at the Lua pick all the time. We're seeing another player that likes to pick Lua all the time. I would expect them to be banned though, right?
Yeah, very likely. We'll see as we have top 3, and then one to follow on the most pick was Light Adin and also C Lilius versus CBT. So certainly liking some more MLs.
Yeah, I'll definitely say Karina, very, very defensive character. So either a lot of people are playing aggressive or cleaving them, so that's why it's picked so much, or oh, well, look at their most pre-banned. Karina, their natural enemy, natural predator out in the wild. And yeah, look at his shirt. It looks like I see a thief icon and like Leo icon or something.
You're right.
Oh, you're right.
And the rest, it's hard to tell, but yeah, good.
So
eye.
something to note here is Zio is one of their most picked. Are they picking it like Retry ever was, or are they a cleaver possibly?
With the Karina ban, it seems more like the latter, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really see a lot of cleavers in the Korean region, but maybe this is a very aggressive player.
Along with that top 3, top 4, 5 was Sililius and A-Robbie pick from Xiaoye. So some more anchor playing whenever maybe Zio, very likely to be banned from the other side in the pre-bans. So those have
very
another
high win rate as well. 68% win rate. He's been trucking along pretty well, and he did win 2-0. So I guess we'll see.
Against one of the favorites, G-Class favorite.
Yeah, pick Korean fan favorite actually. Mr. Pong and KJ, they're very close to each other, both streaming all the time. And it seems like Mr. Pong did not get to win at all, so we'll see what happens with this.
The buddy duo knocked out the favorites.
Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, right side. Oh man, you see that Aiden plus Zio? You already know what's coming, right? The Aiden Zio cleave combo is so powerful and popular. We might just see them pre-banned outright so that they can't use it.
Je disais pile à temps, si c'est pas beau ça, all plain. Voilà. Pas ce que je voulais dire exactement. Exactement.
Yeah, I really wonder, like, what do you want to pre-ban against Xiaoye? Oh, wow.
Edward!
Okay, so Karina is available.
Oh, bonne loi, Edward et AOL, et Cilia c'est up, bien sûr.
Yeah, notice that both sides banned Lua. I think that speaks a lot about that character. She is pretty scary.
They banned Lua Jen and they first picked Conquer Lilius. These two, I wonder.
Yeah.
Jenna already kind of spicy on the first day, okay.
Alors... Zio?
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm up for spiciness. Okay, Zio first pick.
There's
no surprise.
But it's not being picked by the player that picks it all the time, though.
Second pick last Redder Crow.
Yeah, you're right.
We did say, right? He hasn't had the best showing either.
Adin, on a pas eu beaucoup.
His units haven't been too good.
Adin. Je crois qu'il allait prendre The Great Mortal X. Oh well, très bien. Qui est tellement stylé depuis son OP. So, ça speed change. Son OP speed. Bizarre l'ambiance là.
Feel up the opponent, see what they pick first.
So left side does pick Karina a lot. It is one of those most picked characters, so maybe they want to use it against this Aiden.
Ouais, je suis chaud pour faire une OP Epic 7 là. N'hésitez pas. Vraiment Spidegate, coucou. Hein.
I think she can work in most drafts. It's just typically we would want her in a little bit more of an aggressive stance from our opponent.
I think the Airwolf added so much tankiness, so it becomes a real pain. One thing you have to say about characters like Aiden and Remnant Violet, right, is the whole match is generally decided, do I hit them or not? Usually the match kind of boils down to that, where can I hit them with a big attack and kill them or not? And the whole match just comes down to that at the very end.
Plus, holy Taria, lots of mages on the left.
J'avoue beaucoup de tagael du coup.
I mean, Spectre Sneaver obviously really good against Aiden, right? Like doesn't pump the counter and just doesn't care.
There's
and
no reach.
Pretty safe too, right?
No cleanse, yep. No cleanse at least yet.
So Edward is also banned, so you really have to think like, oh, okay.
Que du light en face, c'est une dinguerie.
So
Olera qui est forte contre Solitaria.
She also procs off of Zio, but this Zio might hit really hard too.
Oui, parce que Zio infiltre la défense, donc pas la meilleure idée non plus quoi.
Right now, I think left side is kind of looking at trying to play so aggressive and maybe even banning something like the Arrowwell, right? And just trying to push the advantage, but
we saw that depends. I think in one of the other drafts, just ban the mitigation and kind of take over.
Yeah.
Oh, une Tilibet? Ah non. J'y ai cru.
What is right side? What can they?
J'y ai
do
cru.
to really-
Hovering over a bunch of units
Xiao
here.
Ye scrolling
He's
through.
thinking really hard.
Ok,
We end up
Stradze.
Oh no.
Stradze.
This is a bad
Trash.
sign. Lost in the spray.
Raised. Now that
Last second pick.
Blessure.
is a bit odd. I'm not sure if they want.
Je sais pas pourquoi il y a Stradze en vrai.
or
Parce
if
que,
it's
ok
really
pour LRK,
good.
mais je sais
I
pas si ça le
mean, is
one
it
shot. Hein.
Really fast. You guys remember
That's what I'm
that
saying. We
at
don't
one
know.
point people had like
The
290
sword
strays
knows no
on
mercy.
Tachi.
LPK
Yeah, but not
pour,
only that, it could also
pour
maybe be
Adine.
Like resist strays, I've seen that just to fight the Zeos, but who knows?
But how can this? I don't know. I'm not sure if they actually
Last-
wanted that pick here.
Look at that LPK last pick there. Corinne making her first appearance.
Could it be a tanky strays?
Was she
Ban
picked?
Zio
I
Silias.
thought I saw her.
Peut-être qu'il a pré-shot le ban de Zio, donc il y a ban Silias aussi.
And with the Zio C Lilius post-ban, we will go in.
We both
And starting
know
with
how this
Corinne.
Last piece Karen.
Oh,
Let's go.
9K.
Not very surprising that she gets the first turn, and
Man.
she hits.
Those who
Ban
really
Kai.
trust themselves.
Hop là.
I think we all know who's
Je trouve ce perso,
probably
putain, il est
gonna
trop stylé.
destroy right now.
My mission is my top
Probably.
priority.
Bon, après elle a un shield Adine, hein. Je sais pas si ça tue. Hein.
She's got a couple options.
Mais non.
Okay, just
Oh,
doesn't
no.
actually take
That's
them
it.
out.
Après bon, solitaire là-dessus je pense.
It should be fine,
Do we
but
go for
Airwell is
S1
gonna
or do
get the
we,
shield.
Ouais, si elle touche
You
pas,
wanna
qui est
point the
counter,
lock at Surmia, so I think they. Oh, they do go
He's
for
gonna
the
solve in the
Solver.
skill 3.
c'est pour Stradze ça je pense.
They're saying I can't let this guy get a turn, but also I want to take out your Aiden. I do not want it getting a turn. So probably thinking about attacking the Airwell, I would assume.
Je pense qu'il va pas attaquer Adine direct. Hein. Voilà, et après avec ça il va tuer.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, it's Arwell.
Ah, ça touche.
This should knock out the Auden though. Get debuffs landing. We do proc.
I made it in the nick of time.
Deux unités qui sont fufu, 3, il y a que Crow. Il peut toucher que Crow.
They really have enough damage to actually come through here.
It'll take some time, it seems. So
Does land the stun. No 50.
Bon là du coup elle va pouvoir taper
16,000 health
et Solitaria et Karine et Estene.
Karen out of stealth, for instance.
Après ça tank hein.
there's I am the victor.
Oh my
Oh, it's
god.
gonna die.
There's no stealth on the Karen anymore. She got the shield from last Star Crow, but she is actually just exposed
Oh.
out in the open. Doing a
Put your
lot of
life on
damage
the
to her.
line.
Oh il a... il a désinstallé la STD là. Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait là?
Left side looks like they had the advantage with
Un peu de dégâts apparemment.
but
Après c'est vrai que ça tank pas... Enfin il n'y a pas trop de mitigation quoi. Comparé à d'autres. Ah du coup elle a pas son Néo Phantom bonus là vu qu'elle a pas tué Adine.
Current still had the buff.
suddenly left side.
Son Néo Phantom
Yeah,
Sword.
suddenly looking on the back foot. I mean, they're
Là
gonna
ça
proc her
proc.
again, right? And she gets pushed up again.
Je pense pour Sassy c'est fini. Hein.
No way to actually stun
Imo.
her or anything.
C'est finito.
I protect. That's what I
Oh
Strays.
man.
Bah il perd juste la première partie.
Three could be
Et...
it.
Yeah,
Là
it
le
might
fait que
actually
STD soit fait
still
one shot
win
c'est
out.
compliqué quoi.
I mean, Strays, he's just kind of hanging out. Honestly, he was basically just like cannon fodder.
He was bait. Yeah, it was a 3v4 scenario essentially.
Yeah, he really didn't do much. I would almost argue that it was.
Hop là,
like a
coup pair.
2v4 at this
Après il a un
Now
break
this is
attack
the-
mais...
Teddy's part of the match.
Ouais il faut trop de
A
dégâts.
little damage, but this is the real game-ending skill.
I was
the
born
LHC.
to be a hero. By my destiny, I will cut you down.
And all crit.
And
Karine
Ça sent la fin
oh
hein.
my god.
Yep.
Straight into the kill on Solitaria too, and that's all she wrote. Like, can't really do anything after that one.
He has a skill 3,
Et
but
c'est
this is nowhere
1-0.
near that.
And as GG called, Xiao
Pour
Ye
Xiao.
will be leading 1-0 in the best of 3. A solid victory with some massive.
Putain je regardais mais il y a tellement de...
Taking out S10 early on.
Il y a tellement de... d'e-sport ce soir là.
Stray's pick was questionable, and
I was so
thinking,
worried. It looked like he was flopping around.
Parce qu'il y a le match G2 Mad Lions à 18h.
Anything in that spot.
Yeah, definitely. I would also
Et,
definitely say that Eden survived
et il y a
was
l'ascension
big
aussi.
Because it made it so he felt like he had to take it out right,
Right.
then with the Solitaria S1 with the
He did the soul
right?
burn, proccing the Lionheart.
But
Yep.
then he just immediately died
Oh.
for doing that, right? It felt like he was kind of just locked into like, well, how do I actually do this? Can I take out the Aiden later? Like, do I have a chance? Like, do I have to kill it right now? And
Mhm.
well, Lionheart soloed.
Je veux un truc sur Dota. Valve vient de ban 90 000 Smurfs. Riot, vous faites quand ça sur LoL? Vous faites quand un ban des Smurfs là? Hein? Vous faites ça quand là? Vous pouvez faire ça genre vite? S'il vous plaît? S'il vous plaît Riot? Pitié Riot? Aïe aïe aïe. Après le problème c'est que là, ils ont ban 90 000 Smurfs sur Dota. Sur LoL, je pense que tu rajoutes un 0 quoi. Donc ban autant de personnes d'un jeu, c'est compliqué. Hein. First pick Adin, ok. On va revenir sur Pick 7 quand même, mais... Et Arrowell, évidemment. Oh, une main Chloé, ok. On dirait le serveur européen, tiens.
Sure, it's just the people that pick Maid, because we've been talking a lot about which ones are strong, as G-Clef asked us. Maid's specialty, of course, is stacking the effect resist typically, because if you don't stack effect resist, the other Soul Weavers bring more to the table. But her passive plus Shamadra, and you're all of a sudden looking at a lot of free stat boosts.
Yeah, and generally it means you build effect resist on all of your DPS too to also combo with it, right?
Because she gives about a little under 60%, so even if you build like anywhere from 50 to 100 DPS, you're resisting a lot of debuffs that your opponents are expecting to land.
Beaucoup de dégâts donc ça étonne pas. Enfin, ça fait beaucoup de dégâts au tank l'été donc. Puis ça marche bien contre Arrowell parce que du coup l'escorte ne sert à rien.
Jenna, you tell the people, man. I'm not trying to give the secrets of the Maid.
Et Shuna. Ok. C'est pas la première, il y a eu Hatsune Miku qui a joué. Qu'est-ce que ça nous baramouine? STN, on commence à avoir beaucoup de STN là.
It's strong, but the problem is in the second pick spot. Now Xiaoye has 3 picks here, right, to maybe combat it, so it's not the best pick, I would say.
Definitely, I would agree with you, because right side just is pick of the litter for DPS right now. They're just like, I'll just take the Spectre, why not? And the Karina pick is a little bit interesting.
Who was the is it Sashimi that loves the Karina, or was it Xiaoye that
yes,
it?
It actually is.
They're like flopping these around.
Yeah, there's
okay.
Were the stats swapped? They keep stealing each other's units over and over.
You take one of mine, I'll take one of yours.
Yeah. So how is he able to
Ils ont beaucoup de dégâts des deux côtés. Hein. Mais Adin peut se faire one shot par Karina quoi.
But something like Power Captain Flan just kind of ignores that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Typically, what these Flans are like 200 plus effectiveness. A lot of times, that's not. You don't have enough.
Yeah, the one thing is right side doesn't have any tricks, right? Like they don't have any. They're a pretty like honest team. It's like, okay, I have this character with high effect resist.
Oh, j'étais en train d'y penser à Cisaria en vrai. Avec Flamme.
But left side's doing a bunch more tricky things.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
A lot of bombs available.
A lot of control. Both these units typically have.
Ils ont beaucoup de contrôle. Hein. Il y a le slip de Shuna, il y a les bombes de Flan et de Iseria. Et Zach. Je pense qu'il banne Zach, mais.
For Adin.
Wow.
Yeah, or even if they ban them for Lethe to reduce
for Lethe, the big injury so that she's not able to kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enfin
si, je remarque qu'il y a la haute de l'été en vrai. Oh, 28% pour Sassy.
We have to see how much F-Res is on this Maid.
Yeah, that's true. Also, is Shuna even going to be able to sleep anything? Generally, people don't build much effectiveness on Shuna, and right side probably has a lot of effect resist, so how useful is she really?
We'll get to see, because... No, Lethe actually starting off.
That's... Okay, I don't know how fast that is, but it looks kind of fast for 29,000.
Toute sa team est très rapide en vrai à Sassy.
Oh, the teams are pretty slow though, right? So she still might be like 240-ish.
You saw how slow that Summertime Assyria is.
Ouh, c'est sur ST là, bon par contre. Hein.
She's so slow. Maybe she has a lot of effectiveness and a lot of damage.
Je pense que ça part sur Karina en vrai parce que c'est Karina que tu one shot.
So we see the bomb already on Spectre Tenebria, so she's not going to be doing a whole lot.
Yeah, that's somewhat worrisome for Xiaoye already on the right.
Le problème c'est que si elle slip,
something to keep in mind
il y en a une qui va crit quoi.
Make probably only cleanses 2 debuffs. If you overwhelm them, they're not going to know how to cleanse everything either.
Yeah, and we want to get that bomb out of there.
Yeah, definitely.
Soul?
So she goes to the Serveur, does land it. That's one. Yep, they go for the S3. I do feel like they're a little bit disappointed they didn't land another bomb on the initial passive bomb, though.
Ok. Bon, après, il y a mettre Chloé. Hein.
It shows they have enough effectiveness.
Mais bon.
That's right, yeah. It is showing at least he has a chance, right? It could be a very small chance, but still.
The Spectre Tenebria already being gone, like, they have to immediately revive them. But Leafy is still just kind of hanging out in the wings, and this Karina is looking a little bit in danger.
Karina est morte, je pense. Hein. Parce que y a l'extinction, donc.
It is true with Airwell's buff and everything. Oh, she does actually proc and get that free shield too.
Pourquoi il a fait ça? Pourquoi il a pas tapé Karina en vrai?
Well, I think it's a pretty obvious made Chloe.
Ouais, c'est un S3, c'est sûr.
Right?
Mais est-ce que ça tue Karina? Je suis pas sûr. Hein. Buff def plus. Ouais, ça fait mal. Hein.
This is a 19,000 health Karina essentially, and behind
Escort. She shouldn't die here.
Elle a beaucoup de def. Hein. Avec aussi peu d'HP, elle a énormément de def, je pense.
Okay, we're actually
Bon, est-ce que ça va def break?
Doing this to do the damage to the Aiden to try and push up just as much damage as possible so that they're able to kill the Spectre Tenebria.
Ouais, elle est morte, Adine. 100%.
Like, okay, if I take this thing out, like you're playing really aggressive, then you might not be able to push enough damage on my team because you don't have that much follow-up.
Not bad.
And with the soul
Il va S3.
Yeah, great play.
Yeah, definitely just takes it out because, I mean, it's to protect the Spectre Tenebria comp, right? And left side doesn't have that much reach for her anymore after that bomb.
Girls Night.
I will step on you.
Bah, ça touche. Ah, Shuna qui va faire bonne nuit.
Most of the damage, relying most of the damage in from this area and Leafy.
So, does Shuna somehow have enough effectiveness to strip those buffs at all? Or...
I'll take care of it.
No shot with the made ER stack.
Of course.
I'm curious to see the damage here. I don't think it's going to be even close. We have a very
Ouais, voilà, je pense que c'est plus. Ça va changer de cible un peu là.
I think that's actually very smart of them.
Yeah,
Just be a little patient because,
he knows it was not going to kill them.
And since there's no more cleanses, oh, look at that.
La bombe est pas mal, hein.
That actually is pretty helpful too. Like,
Quand il va stun l'été, je pense. Après, il y a Shuna qui a sa cleanse, donc ça va.
She does land that bomb, which is going to help them. And since the Spectre Tenebria has also slept and attacked down, she's not doing that much either yet.
So shall we here going for the stun?
And they do land it. Now, a lot of
Alors là, si mettre Chloé stun Shuna, c'est fini.
so you can't ever be sure if you're actually going to.
Ça peut arriver. On en a vu des mettre Chloé stun.
I mean, then that just means
Elle va être stun après. Wow. Oh, les dégâts que ça a mis.
And Karina doesn't have any free-to-play artifacts. She immediately gets that kill. Now, the thing is, does Shuna, like, she wants to S2. Yeah, she does do it.
What a waste of time.
And now Leafy's gonna be able to take one out.
Bon, je pense qu'Aro elle est morte là.
26k, yeah. Still might be close, there's a big barrier. I didn't catch the R-wall health.
Such confidence.
Showing Leafy a Kraken, 15,000.
Ça fait 1.
With the extinction, she's... Arwell's gone.
Ooh, wait.
That's unfortunate.
Ouh, la duel attaque.
But it really didn't do that much, and Leafy does heal every time that she actually executes somebody, so... Wait a second, no, wait.
Mais ça va le duel attaque? Ouais, les stun.
Oh,
3%, 3%.
Ça peut tuer. Ça peut tuer.
So Leafy might be really hurt, but... I mean, this Karina doesn't seem like she's gonna
This is gonna be close, yeah. I'm wondering if this one will kill.
Hop. 1900, il a 12 000 HP. 18 000 HP, pardon. Ça peut tuer. Et ça passe. C'était chaud en vrai. Hein. Je pense que c'est passé à quelques petits HP près. Hein. Il a son soul burn.
There is a soul burn, and she does have
Ouh là là. Oh, si l'été elle solo, c'est une dinguerie. Là ça tue pas je pense par contre. Ça tue pas. Elle a beaucoup plus HP Chloé. Oh ça tue. Mais quoi? Oh la dinguerie. Oh l'été qui va solo non. Elle a pas son S3.
wait a second.
Après, elle est plus rapide, Shuna. Hein.
Look at that.
Yeah. She has everything.
Oh my
And
god.
that's the second
She's
stack.
Et c'est bon, ça va
It
slip.
all comes down, like, if you use the S2, I think that you're gonna die. I think you S3. You have to hope you sleep.
There was a sleep last
Odds are
time.
good though, right?
You just have to
The
go
odds
for
are
it.
good, but-
Est-ce que ça passe?
Come on!
Oh, c'est pas passé?
Resistance! Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
attack break, attack break, attack
Mais
break.
après, attends, attaque break.
Oh my god, it's
Oh, si ça tue, si ça stun l'été.
Oh no way.
Look for the stun. And that's enough. Oh,
Ça a résisté. Il a gagné sur un 15%. Oh, le dégoût.
Why did I say that?
Oh, le dégoût.
No.
Oh, c'est très très dur. C'est très 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 dur. En vrai, ça si méritait de passer. Hein.
Killed the whole team.
Yeah, that was
Oh, c'est trop dommage. Sur un 15% là, ça dégoûte. Allez.
last year.
Dernier match des demi-finales.
I resonate a little too much with his name as
Mais en
well.
gros, t'as une mécanique dans le jeu qui fait que t'as de base, t'as 15% de chance de résister à un CC. Et en fait, Shuna a lancé son ulti qui peut endormir. Et en gros, si STN était endormi, Sassy gagnait, parce qu'il a tué après. Et vu qu'il a résisté à 15%, bah du coup, il a perdu. Voilà. Pas de chance. Donc là, ça joue Charles. La belle Charles. Ok. Et lui, on l'a déjà vu. Hop, la draft. Ouais, le seum un peu, ouais. Il s'est fait 15% la gueule, là. Ah ouais, Silias, Apocalypse Ravi. Ok. Et Lua, bien sûr. Lua ne sera jamais disponible. Évidemment.
Yeah, he can still be really aggressive while adding some tankiness to your team, so he's making himself flexible, which I think is a very good idea. If you commit a little too hard too fast, then maybe your opponent can hard counter you.
So a few other openers available here for Uigang to start off.
Well, it's definitely not Emilius or Lua. Both of them are banned.
Il reste 3 petits matchs là. Mais lui, il joue que gros bleu, hein, c'est une dinguerie.
Crow v Crow and the Destina just kind of bulking up and going kind of slow.
Destina contre Ruel, allez hop. C'est très marrant de voir un mirror match, mais que les versions ML contre les versions de base. Ce serait très très drôle.
Yeah, exactly. Just a pretty safe pick into it. God, I want to see a Roy Mustang.
Roy, je crois qu'on l'a jamais vu.
So we see the Politis here.
Ok, le Landy Politis.
So left side, I think, is a lot more aggressive than it might look to some people. I'm pretty sure this is a damage Politis, and I'm pretty sure that is a full damage speedy Landy, probably.
Most definitely.
Now, they immediately pick Blind. They're like, I know what you're doing, alright? Like, you can't fool me, and they're removing the book from him, which is definitely really strong. It makes it really hard to go super aggressive.
Yeah, we saw
Soulburn.
right? His main pre-ban, I believe, was Bellion.
That's true. I'm a little bit surprised about the Apocalypse Ravi pre-ban. You don't generally ban them too much anymore.
Yeah, it could either be a personal pick, he knows where he's going, or just the fact that he wanted to first pick that Last Rider Crow. Yeah, take the APOC off the table, because he won't be able to pick her as an anchor. She's good in the Last Rider Crow, etc.
Yep, Onuki FGO on the most pre-banned. It's not on the top 5 list, so it has to be somewhat of a snipe against Uigang. That's what we can predict from the pre-bans here. And a
Millim. Ok. Le Closer Charles. Et Sradze. Et Pierre. Ok.
There's the payroll, which will probably get banned. But something that's interesting in this tournament is we have not seen the classic Strays and ML Leica picks, which is really popular among people who get their first turn, who are playing extremely
Maybe
fast.
it's not a popular pick in Korea.
Maybe it is.
Je vois pas trop les bans en vrai.
Who's getting first pick, who's picking like MLS.
La team de Uigang elle est tellement. Au moins ils jouent d'autres persos quoi. Ok, bon, ça respecte les last pick. Ils jouent des persos vraiment différents Uigang, c'est cool. J'aime bien. J'aime bien ceux qui sortent un petit peu de la méta là. Enfin, ils sortent pas spécialement de la méta parce qu'en vrai il est quand même en demi-finale du qualifier, mais. Wow. Son animation est tellement nulle à chier lui. C'est une des pires animations de 5 étoiles. Vraiment, elle est dégueulasse son animation.
And the problem is Landy can't soul burn either, which is kind of a problem.
Dès qu'il n'y a pas de soul burn, c'est chiant
I
ça.
mean, they're hitting pretty hard. They're doing a good amount of damage.
On a beaucoup d'AOE pour commencer, et après, il y a Béliane qui va faire son petit truc là.
Oh, counter. Wait a second.
The situation is critical.
Le problème c'est que il y a Dessina. Ah non, mais il y a Charles. Parce que je veux dire, il y a Dessina qui va jouer, mais Charles va jouer avant. Est-ce que ça tue Dessina ça? Je suis pas sûr, mais peut-être. Hein. Ouais, c'est assez beau, il a gagné. Bravo. Allez, merci. Au suivant. Ouah, c'est allé vite hein. Oh, donc le clip est passé hein.
Jenny, you were mentioning, I don't know if he has enough damage, but before that you were saying the Politis is probably giga damage, right? So
il faut les balls pour faire ça.
Yeah,
it was enough to just completely cleave.
I think I underestimated the extra damage to the last rider crowd, which I can't believe I did. I use him all the time. He's so good.
Over the top. Wow, what a fast match.
Wow,
6
that's
turns
their
only.
tank did the most damage. That's a little bit strange. Why did the tank do the most damage in the cleave team?
I just see a lot of bars on his name.
He has also 3 bars. This guy's got to be good.
Oh yes, rider crowd. Certainly one of the best right now. And that blue crowd died very early.
Yeah, Closer Charles also is just so great because not only does he push the team and give the attack buff, there was no counter attacks when he uses S3, which is really helpful.
Yeah.
And also he just wrapped around and instantly took out the Destina. He just finished them off. So like, I mean, it's his favorite character to pick apparently, and we can kind of see why. It set up his whole team.
Yep,
that was so dominant from Unlucky, and Uigang was looking so strong. I think the Milim pick was a little bit too confident.
Attendez, faut que je vois un petit truc là. Parce que j'ai oublié que je vais faire des courses ce matin, je les ai pas faites. Du coup,
so he takes the last rider crowd in this match, but also something that is kind of interesting is look at the bans. Both bans are actually important this time. Like we've seen a lot of bans that were like not that important in the next match, like Violet and stuff like that, but taking out Payro from one side and Strays from the other,
Gambetta,
that either side would want to pick against their opponent.
Sure. We have a first pick Landy, Landy into the Politis again.
Yeah. Look at left side too, just not hiding anything, right? Just immediately like, I am cleaving you, I'm picking the same units, deal with it.
Oh, je cherche ça. Entre 19h45 et 20h, j'ai que 15 minutes pour aller chercher ça. Bon, moi j'ai la bouffe pour ce soir. Ouh, l'Hermia, ok.
Yeah, we've seen those pop up.
You get countered, and she just pops off and completely obliterates the opponent.
Potentially like destruction plus golden rose.
First ran of the day.
Oh, le ran.
I think it's a great
Il veut faire cleave contre cleave là?
Anti-cleave option in the setup, right? Like, it probably deals with Kozu Charles, also just lands the you know, the stigma, so you get less push and everything.
Or just forces a ban, right? Because he has to.
Excusez-moi, je m'achète ma bouffe.
Yeah, exactly.
Qui coûtera moins cher que si je paye sur Burrito ou une connerie comme ça. Let's go!
Yeah, if you really want to secure the first turn, I guess he's the only
Ouais,
one left.
vas-y, mets les notifs là. Du coup, faut que j'y aille à 19h45.
Oh,
Ça me fera faire une petite balade, c'est cool. Oh, Limule! Limule!
It could be also really threatening on the side of Unlucky. Depending on how the Rimu plays out, but let's see the last pick here.
Là, je cherchais un truc au Capitole là. J'ai pris un petit Too Good To Go dans une boulangerie. Parce qu'en fait, vu que j'ai pas fait de course, j'ai fait des courses mais j'ai oublié d'acheter de la viande. Du coup, j'ai 0 viande. Et en plus, j'ai plus de sauce soja et je voulais me faire un petit riz sauté et tout, un peu à la japonaise, mais j'ai pas de sauce soja. Même si j'ai des œufs, mais ce sera pas fou. Du coup là je vais me faire une petite salade ce midi ou une omelette, un truc comme ça là ce midi, et ce soir je me ferai ça. Ouais, Too Good To Go c'est trop bien. Mais surtout que vu que je suis en centre-ville, bah... Oh bah les deux openers. Vu que je suis en centre-ville, j'ai plein de Too Good To Go à côté de chez moi. Jusqu'en fait le centre commercial à côté de chez moi est fermé le dimanche. Même le dimanche matin. Du coup voilà. Donc si je voulais faire des courses c'était un peu plus loin, mais c'était que ce matin jusqu'à 12h30 et vu que je suis pas allé, voilà, j'irai faire des courses demain. Il y avait tellement de buffs qu'il a pu jouer. Putain, mais ça l'en dit vachement rapide. il y a Rowena qui va jouer après. Oh, ça donne le buff speed et style, ça, à tout le monde. Rowena, elle est incroyable. Enfin, Rowena en anglais et Rowena en français. Ça stun, ça reset qui? Ça reset personne.
14k health on this line.
Ok. Wow, les dégâts calmés, Bélian. Après, ils sont tous très squishy en face. Arrow, elle est morte. Mais Limul peut faire énormément de dégâts là.
Landy's in front, and once she's done, then Ron has never taken another turn. You could honestly...
Ouais, parce que là, du coup, Rowena va jamais jouer vu qu'il va tuer la personne qui est devant. Ah, on va tuer Serveur, ok. Allez. Stream first, bien sûr. Y'a pas beaucoup ici. Ah ouais? Tu penses centre-ville toi aussi? Quoi? Ah ouais, sa win condition c'était vraiment l'air bien. Eh ben bravo Wigong. 1-1. Oula. Ça roule beaucoup ça. Mais j'ai un verre d'eau là, incroyable. Pourquoi j'avais pensé à tout en fait? Du coup attends, parce que j'ai quand même pris un Too Good To Go, mais j'ai pas vu ce qu'il y avait. Alors, vous découvrir dans votre portion surprise une formule complète avec un assortiment de produits salés, pizza, quiche, sandwich ou snacking, plat du jour, de produits sucrés, pâtisserie, viennoiserie et du pain, souvent en dernière cuisson. Votre portion surprise sera composée des invendus du jour, le contenu peut donc varier d'un jour à l'autre. Ça prendre votre propre sac afin d'imiter l'utilisation d'emballage jetable. Bah ils ont toujours des poches donc. Ok. En plus c'est une boulangerie portugaise. Ça c'est cool. Là c'est tellement énorme dans la méta, c'est fou. Et bonjour tout le monde, salut Luffy. Et ouais. Et je crois que, parce que là on regarde du coup le qualifier Corée que j'ai pas regardé le week-end du 12 août. C'est le week-end où je déménageais donc j'avais pas casté ça. Oh le Blue Crown. Et du coup c'était juste après la vague de buff qu'il y a eu dont celui de Serveur. Donc ouais, très fort. Très très fort. Comment tu vas Luffy? Ça fait un bail d'ailleurs. D'ailleurs une question que je vais te poser et que sûrement beaucoup de gens te posent quand tu pars dans un chat. Est-ce que du coup t'as regardé One Piece? Bon, faut que je me remette sur Netflix, là. Faut que je demande à mes parents les codes. Je pense que je vais les appeler après le stream. Parce que je crois qu'il faut qu'ils me filent un code, qu'ils reçoivent par mail parce que j'habite pas au même endroit, etc. Enfin bref. Blue Crow et Zio. Landy encore, ok. Landy qui est épique parce que ML Landy n'existe pas. Enfin non, elle existait, elle venait de sortir mais je crois qu'elle était ban. C'est un ban en effet, oui. Et oui j'ai vu de live action, il est bon en vrai, j'avais le doute mais j'ai aimé les 8 épisodes. Ok, mais il y en a plein qui sont allés un peu à reculons parce que les live action, les derniers qu'on a en tête c'est les Death Note, Dragon Ball Evolution, tous ces trucs à la con là. Mais ouais, j'ai beaucoup de potes qui l'ont regardé, qui ont aimé. Et vu que moi j'ai jamais regardé One Piece et que j'ai la flemme de me taper tous les épisodes, j'avoue que ça m'intéresse. Parce que j'attends qu'il y ait une vraie version Kai de One Piece parce que ça me... Enfin... 1074 épisodes frère. Qui a envie de regarder ça? Fois 20 minutes à peu près. Il y en a pour 20 000 minutes. Attends, on va faire le calcul très rapidement là. Imaginons, ça fait 20 minutes. Fois 1074. Ça fait 21 480 minutes. Divisé par 60. Ça fait 358 heures. Ça fait 15 jours non-stop de visionnage. 15 jours. Flemme de One Piece, j'aime pas le chara design. Moi j'aime bien le chara design de Oda, c'est stylé. Oh, Bihou. Ok, OP cigarette, ok, la game est intéressante. Le dernier que j'avais regardé c'était Bleach, ça avait fait un gros froid donc je doutais mais clairement les acteurs sont convaincants et l'histoire est bonne même s'il y a des trucs bien différents de l'histoire du manga. Ah ouais? Ok. Ok. Bah Bleach moi il faut que je regarde le nouvel animé là. La guerre du million de je sais pas quoi là. Et Sage Ball, oh le ban instantané de Wigang. Ok. Donc on va voir Bihou. On l'a vu un peu en serveur Jap, je crois. En fin de serveur Jap. Qui a failli retourner une game d'ailleurs. C'est Jap ou Europe, je sais plus. Oh, la vitesse de Zio, il met 15% à Flidica là. Même Flidica est juste derrière. Je crois que Flidica c'est un même team. Juste derrière, enfin, un peu plus rapide qu'OP Secret. Ça va reset qui? Je pense que tu reset OP Secret en vrai. Ah non, Briseria. C'est vrai que Briseria c'est pas mal aussi. Parce qu'il n'y a pas de shield de côté. Elle a pas de shield. Oh là, Bihou. Personne n'a pool, hein, je pense ici. Personne n'a pool Bihou. Alors qu'en vrai, il retire tous les buffs et il met unbuffable, c'est énorme. Mais non active skill. Pas de buff attaque du coup. J'ai raté le moustique. Petit S3 de Crow qui peut pas appliquer son passif hein, du coup. Putain mais j'ai encore raté. Oh je déteste ça. C'est le problème d'avoir un jardin, c'est que du coup il y a des moustiques partout.
Oh, resistance. Never mind.
Ouais, obligé de S3 parce que le S2 ça sert à rien, il n'y a pas de shield. Ça tank de fou hein. Ah, par contre je pense que ça va faire mal. Hop, moins 1. En vrai je pense qu'il faut aller sur Briseria là. Ah non. Et ça fait mal hein. Ah bah voilà. Bravo. Bravo Wigang. Qui passe en finale. Et du coup on va avoir notre première finale, Nonazis contre Merit. Ah non. Pardon c'était le match numéro 3. Je disais j'ai pas vu les deux là. Donc Nonazis et Merit qu'on a jamais vu encore. Oh, Mospri ban Briseria et Destina Mospic, ah ouais. Ah ouais. Bon Luffy, est-ce que t'as avancé un peu dans le mode histoire de d'Epic 7 là? Ou pas du tout?
Alright, I thought during the picks it was different, but never mind. So yeah, definitely looks like a slower player. They seem to go with the solo carry Spectre Geneva and everything too, and Merit.
What in the heck?
Oh my god, it's that guy! They pre-ban those units all the time.
Oh yes!
Quoi?
It's like putting training weights on.
Attends, mais pourquoi il pré-ban Cecilia et Bal, genre? C'est quoi ça?
Yeah. But on the flip side, it means that if you actually pre-ban real units, then maybe you're not prepared for what's gonna happen.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça là?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, Merit had the third highest win rate after Komyangmi and after.
Oh, je l'ai coupé en deux.
Who do I believe? I believe it was Ugang actually. And the only 3 players up in the 70% win rate.
Well,
il m'a piqué le crâne mais je l'ai coupé en deux, vas-y. C'est bon. Par contre j'avoue que le ban Cecilia Ball, qu'est-ce qu'il fout
Yeah, I mean, he's ready for everything. He shows no fear. Let's see if he actually bans those in these matches too.
Après les pics sont normaux. Et je comprends pas pourquoi il banne ces deux persos là genre. Et il banne vraiment que ces deux là. Hein. Season pré-ban top 3, il y en a que deux. Il y a pas de troisième ban.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it is.
Mais c'est une dinguerie.
As well from Nonasus. Interesting.
Wow. Putain, j'ai cru le first pick, mais c'est vrai que. Mais non. Ok, Apoc. Ok, Zio.
Yeah, that was that's actually from the previous season. Those picks.
Previous season. I see.
Just to be clear.
Oh, that's why it was
makes sense.
confusing. Yeah, so they seem to be a very aggressive player overall, though. And left side immediately on basically damage control, right? Just immediately like anti-cleave. I'm picking all the anti-cleave. I'm not gonna let you do this to me. So is Merit gonna swap it up, or is he just gonna commit it and just keep going aggressive?
That's what I'd like to see. Stick to your guns, but of course, as we mentioned, sometimes you have to pivot, sometimes you have to play a little safer.
So what's interesting too is their opponent in the first round.
Oh le Ran. Oh la vitesse de la team de Merit.
So Merit out.
Ok, Caesarea, il veut cleave là, c'est quoi ça? Qu'est-ce qu'il nous fait là? Il veut totalement cleave là.
Oh my god. He's going in.
Edward, ok. Au final, on va jamais la voir malheureusement, je pense. Hein. J'aimerais bien qu'elle soit un peu plus jouée. Le problème, c'est qu'en fait, elle est utile quand elle est full life. En dehors de ça, elle a été forte contre Bazar, quoi. Tu verras jamais avec Karine et Ed en vrai. Ouais, j'avoue, c'est chaud.
If they win with this, then nobody can complain about these units apparently. They picked every anti-cleave unit.
Précieux, ça fait mal, mais Rowena qu'on a vu tout à l'heure. C'est fort, mais après Caesarea et Ran sont rapides en général, donc ça va, mais bon.
A lot of people consider Rowana to basically be a whale character, where if you have really fast gear and you're really strong, a really good setup, then she actually becomes a really powerful pick. But if you don't, then she's useless.
But this guy screams that he can make Rowana look good, right? He's just showing that confidence.
Yeah, I can do it.
Caesarea et Ran, dans certains combats, tu peux win 2v4, mais je veux pas combien il passe. En vrai, moi, Zio, c'est très fort. Donc s'il arrive à bien DPS sur Karina, parce qu'il y a quand même Ravi, il y a Zio, ça peut faire des trucs. Le problème c'est qu'en fait avec Ran il va open et du coup il va proc le passif de Karina quoi. Après il peut mettre mid-life Karina là.
I am a little bit surprised he banned the Sage Balances on. He didn't feel that confident that he could actually deal with it.
I am the rightful ruler.
Worried about sleep.
Je trouve que le... Ouais, après Sage Ball c'est chiant. Et en vrai elle a pris beaucoup de dégâts hein. Moi je pense que ça passe hein. Ouh là.
What just happened?
Ran s'est fait one shot? Attends quoi? Quoi? Ouais non mais oui d'accord mais je pensais pas qu'il allait one shot Ran, c'est quoi ça? What the fuck? Mais qu'est-ce qu'il vient de faire? Bon je pense que ça tue Karina mais... Il a combien d'HP? 9005. Ouais après vous voyez Scoochy mais... Il est fou, il aurait dû Zio la Dean Knight, c'était cool d'avance avec Grand DPS. Après il avait Apoc, enfin il a Apoc tu vois, donc ça va, mais j'avoue que je pensais vraiment pas qu'il allait sur one shot. Hein. Oh le Soulburn. Ah ça miss. Oh RNL. Oh le RNL. Faut tenter Adin hein. Après il peut tuer, c'est vrai qu'il y a Death Break sur Edward. Oh, ça c'est dur. Ça c'est dur. Ça c'est dur. Est-ce que ça tue ça? 22 000, ça tue pas. Là ça va tuer maintenant du coup je pense. Je pense qu'il tuait Edward hein, en vrai. Parce que là du coup il y en a un qui meurt. Et c'est win pour nos nazis. 100%. En vrai ça aurait pu passer mais c'était close. Après Adin, s'il avait raté Adin avec son S3 ça aurait pas servi à grand chose non plus je pense. Hein. De la S3 dès le début. Le S3 de Karina je le comprends tu vois. Parce que imaginons ça touche pas à Dean, du coup Dean counter, ça touche à Dean, du coup Karina proc son passif. Donc en vrai c'est compliqué. Il y a peut-être eu un peu de panique aussi parce que je pense qu'il pouvait tuer Edward. Hein.
Anti-cleave working out. It turns out when you can pick every single anti-cleave in the book on one team and your opponent doesn't ban any of them, you have a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Merit maybe has to change things up now.
Yeah, Carl, what do you think was the better ban? I mean, Merit did end up banning Bao Sage.
The Sage Ball doesn't, yeah, but I think like as we mentioned, it's kind of a sometimes you're not confident on that, but with how he plays with these prevents, I think he had to be confident.
Oh, he's taking the Emerald Lilius this time.
Non, bien sûr. J'y crois à chaque fois, mais.
We've seen a surprising amount of Zio in all of these games.
C'est clair, il y a beaucoup de Zio en ce moment.
Really popular character.
Different kind of Zios too.
Yeah, even.
Une Karina, souvent tu veux pas cleave soit parce que la RNG fait que la Dean ici, soit la Karina counter et qui fait le taf. Ouais, non, mais totalement. Totalement, mais en vrai il avait quand même bien géré avec Zio et tout sur la Karina, mais je pense que là où ça a été un peu game changer, c'est quand il a essayé de tuer Silas ou d'essayer de tuer Edward. Je pense qu'il tuait Edward. Ok, Pera. Le retour. Oh, Jaco. Let's go. Et Adin, c'est la même tête. Je ne captais que c'était vraiment la même tête. Non. Ah, je me suis dit putain. Le jour où on revoit Wayong. Ouais, bah j'ai tout mis pour la poule. Hein. Alors, ce qui était très marrant, c'est que tu sais, ça donnait des tokens quand tu invoquais. Je l'ai eu à la 119e invocation. Du coup, j'ai pu l'imprint une fois. C'est évidemment, j'ai fait l'invocation de plus pour avoir l'autre perso.
Yeah, Zahhak is definitely pretty scary when you have Aiden on the field or even Apocalypse Robbie.
Il est obligé de ban Zahhak, je pense. Ou même si c'est que pour Adin, Zahhak ça met 35% d'injury. Il y a beaucoup de dégâts, ça va aller très très vite ce game, je pense.
We'll see. Still thinking about the post ban.
Yeah, right side is already banned. Yeah. Maybe Zahhak, but left side's really thinking like, can I survive?
Okay,
oh, they banned the Apocalypse Robbie. They're getting rid of the just like bulky.
Franchement, on mérite s'il perd. C'est un peu chier, hein, parce que le mec ne fait que ban Cecilia Feu et Balle Feu. Au bout d'un moment, tu respectes ton adversaire, quoi. Encore que tu fasses ça pendant le E7WC, bon. Enfin, la RTA E7WC, ok. Bah là, il abuse en vrai. Hein. Il abuse de fou. Hein. À la place de ça, il banne un Zio. Voilà. Est-ce que ça va proc... Non, c'est Pera qui va proc la Jaco. Ah non. Ça va faire mal, hein. Jaco, elle va faire très 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 mal. Hein. Ok, pas besoin de faire son S2. Et là, il y en a une qui est morte. Boum. Hop, bonk. 30 000 de dégâts, c'est une dinguerie. Hein. Which means she can't stealth or anything either. She's not able to proc her secondary S1 attack, the Dust attack. So just does a little bit of damage, but now she's just out there and she didn't really do too much damage. Donc là, elle va se faire éclater, je pense, à la Jaco. Elle peut pas être fufu parce qu'elle peut pas mettre de debuff. Donc faire son karaté là. Merit's kind of thinking like, well, if I S3, I give Edward immunity. That kind of sucks. Oh. Le fil du sang qu'il y a tout le monde qui est en train de faire son ML cadeau là, parce qu'il y a tout le monde qui est en train de faire de l'expédition là. That leaves him a little bit vulnerable, but Edward's going to be able to just completely clean out something like Jacko if he wants, but that just procs the Karina then, which is a little dangerous. Je trouve que Karina avec le dev break en plus sur Kawerik là. Yeah, they're definitely really thinking hard about their turns right here. But Jaco est morte. Après ouais, c'est vrai que du coup il va mettre son invincibilité là. Un petit tour gratuit là. Ça aussi, qu'est-ce que c'est fort. Mais il a son S de lui, hein, qui a pas utilisé tout à l'heure. Ouais, le ML5 ça fait plaisir. Moi j'ai pris Kawerick. En fait, de tous les ML5, j'ai que Pavel. Donc j'ai beaucoup hésité entre Silias et ML Kawerick. Et j'ai pris ML Kawerick. J'ai pas de vrai cleanser. C'est risqué ça. Hein.
You see, the thing here is they technically don't really have a character that is he takes out.
Trop naïve. Il a pas crit. Mais faut refaire les voix par contre de Zio s'il vous plaît là. Je sais pas comme l'an dernier on pouvait ouvrir une case par jour et choisir n'importe lequel. C'est sûr. C'est sûr, c'est sûr. Après, ça faisait beaucoup quoi. Je trouve. Mais en fait, moi ce qui m'embête, c'est que c'est que ces persos là du premier chapitre. En fait, ça aurait dû être n'importe quel perso du théâtre lunaire, mais pas juste celui du chapitre 1, tu vois. Après, je pense qu'ils veulent faire ça notamment pour aiguiller un peu les nouveaux joueurs, parce que beaucoup de ces persos là sont vraiment crack broken. Genre Kawerick et Silias sont broken. Ils sont top méta depuis 6 mois, genre, enfin depuis leur sortie. Surtout Silias. Oh, ça tue. Ça va être chaud ça. Hein. Ça crit Karina. Bref. Moi j'avoue j'ai hésité aussi à prendre ML Elena pour counter. Comment ça s'appelle ML Landy, mais bon. Ouais, a priori, il va dit qu'ils feront pareil pour un prochain avec les ML de la saison 2 du théâtre. Ah ouais, ouais. Ouais, bah du coup il y aurait LRK, ouais. Bah moi j'ai que Kairon. Ah non, saison 2. Saison 2 c'est pas LRK je crois. Hein. Saison 2 c'est pas Rowena, top model Luluka et tout là, Dilibet etc. Je crois que c'est ça. Hein. C'est saison 3 LRK.
I don't think it's on hits. Yeah, she may not be a counter, which is a better, it's a good sign for merit.
They did soul burn that defense break, but the Emil Korik, he's just laughing around. He doesn't care. I mean, I suppose he might take damage from the payroll, but 2,200.
Not bad.
J'ai un doute, mais il me semble que c'est ça. Hein.
So he's getting that 3-turn duration on it now, because he's kind of like, I don't really need to deal with Edward having the.
En vrai ça va être serré, je vois pas trop qui peut gagner là.
I just need to push the advantage and hopefully get some lucky hits on this Karina.
Yeah, he needs to, Merit needs to hit those 50-50 coin flips with the Edward onto the Karina.
Dare stop me?
Hera trying to just...
I mean, Hera has to S3 again.
Yeah, just going for extra sauce. It's mostly going to be about that Karina. Frenzy 4.
The soul's unfortunately not too helpful.
Donc la Frenzy 4 là ça commence à coûter en HP hein. Non je pense que ça fait Dilibet, ML Bellona, ML Rena, TML. Ouais, LRK il était dans celui-là. Parce que pour moi LRK il est avec ML Kairon, ML Akates et tout là. Oh ça miss. Pourquoi il a une réduction de 2 tours là?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
The thing is, if this was a health scaling unit, it would be pretty huge, but defense scaling Karina doesn't really care that much about the injury. It's just a loss of stats for Edward.
It's fighting time.
Frenzy 5.
Karina does have her S3. She's never gonna get her defense buff again.
This is your grand finale.
Alright.
Est-ce que ça tue?
Just going to use that rocket punch.
Ah ça résiste. Après ça reste des rumeurs, on verra bien, j'espère que ce sera le cas pour ML Bellona. Moi j'ai déjà ML Bellona. Mais ouais
He does lose a turn off that, so it's actually a good time to use it. A third miss in a row. This Edward.
J'avoue que ouais, ça peut être cool. Moi, ce serait pour top model Luluka que j'ai pas. Ou Dilibet. Non, Dilibet, j'ai récupéré. Attends. Non, j'ai pas récupéré Dilibet. J'avais récupéré l'Hermia l'an dernier. Ok, c'est chaud là. Hein. Oh, il a plus son shield. Oh, ça y est, il est à nouveau.
It has skill 3 here.
Yeah, and the soul burn.
He needs to hit.
Well, fire versus ice.
He's missed what, 2 or 3?
Oh, il touche.
Oh, hit! That's a crit!
It ignores the damage sharing as well from Payra. It's huge damage.
C'est chaud, hein. Rocket Punch.
Oh, resisted.
Resisted.
Wait
Ah, du coup, il n'y a pas eu le counter.
Oh, Hera stun.
Okay.
Oh là là. Si ça miss, c'est mort. Si ça touche.
Is this
It
enough?
actually provoked the payload.
Oh,
Oh,
oh là là, ça passe pas.
doesn't even matter.
Finito. C'est fini pour mérite.
Win this 2-0.
Et voilà, il fallait pas faire des bannes de gaze.
That came down to the wall. If Edward
Aïe 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 aïe.
throughout that entire match,
Yeah.
it was gone.
Allez, Retriever contre Xiao.
That did happen.
Donc là, ce sont les finales
I believe.
des qualifiers. Donc celui qui gagne passe en main event.
Again.
Notice this has never lost a game too, but I'll definitely say I might be going for Uigang. I mean, I know that Notice this has never lost one, but Uigang, I mean, he was kind of like the king of standard plays, so.
Yep.
Yeah, the name Prowler, of course. And the first matchup we'll have,
Let's go.
of course, will be Retry Ever versus Xiao Ye. We'll see what it comes down to. So all best of threes, very important. As these players, we've seen some different type of playstyle, certainly, coming out.
On Retry qui a des pics un peu stylés aussi.
A lot of experience. We didn't see him
Avec Wigang.
adjusting his drafting depending on the opponent. Xiao Ye also had some style points on his own.
Yeah, Retry definitely, as you said, G-Clef, great at adapting. Even though some of his losses look so bad, the follow-up match is where he looked really impressive. Xiao Ye, on the other hand, just clean throughout. I don't even know if the matches were close at all, from what I remember.
Bon, on a déjà vu leur pic à eux. Oh, j'ai vu une main Chloé.
And Xiao Ye on the right.
Oh.
Let's see who gets the first pick. First, waiting for the pre-bans. We've had lots of Lua. Potentially the first match.
Lua, AOL, Silias.
Whoa.
Oh, both banning
Il y a des bugs
Lua.
sur Epic 7 en ce moment là, c'est quoi ça?
Match.
Il y a trop de monde qui joue?
Oh, the first pick Airwell, so
Ou c'est l'application Google qui fait de la merde un peu?
Is Xiao Ye just gonna immediately go super aggressive into this, or is he gonna slow it down a bit?
Well, Last Rider Crowd could do both or either, and I think
That's
that's
true.
probably going to be his pick.
He's
Maybe
such
just
a
debating on
great
a
unit.
second.
Yep.
Yep.
He can do
Why don't you
anything.
just
Unlike
surrender?
Lua, just amazing.
Mais Chloé, LRK.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Hello.
wait a second.
Let's
This is a little bit different. Now this is the Korea that I know.
After the Arwell pick, right, we're expecting maybe a little bit of a slower play, made potentially really, really strong into those kind of drafts.
This is an ML Korea, alright.
Oh, quick mill him.
Oh,
Millie, mais en troisième pick là?
has just appeared.
Un peu connu ça.
Now, on the other hand, right, after the made pick, now that things are really slow, now is where Millum can definitely shine. Probably going to be on a counter set with Book or on Knuckles plus lifesteal.
Oh, yeah,
be hard to
really
take out.
bulky Millum. And they're also picking it because they're
Le
like,
bug perso,
hey,
ça va être
we're
l'appli.
gonna pick
Ok.
Briar with this area.
C'est
Like,
possible,
you
hein.
have made Chloe, that would be a stupid idea, right?
Could be.
Et là, il y a tellement de gens sur,
Expecting the made. I don't know if that's
sur les expéditions là.
the best option though.
Oh, I think
C'est une
it's just
dinguerie.
a secure
En plus, l'expédition flotte, elle est tellement simple à faire.
Remnant Violet and stuff like that, but almost a little safer in some ways.
Parce qu'après, il y a tout le monde qui fait la flotte parce que les deux autres XP qu'il y a en ce moment, c'est Light and Dark. Elles sont trop chiantes. J'ai toujours pas réussi à faire les 350 000 de dégâts. Du coup, j'ai un peu give up.
Oh, Lethe.
Yeah, Lethe was the somewhat of a counter against Maid.
Ok, chou.
Scrolling
see
through
the
a
shoe
lot.
again.
I keep fighting.
Oh,
He's a great
taking
pick.
the
Potentially
that's-
taking away the souls, right? Really strong into Millum.
Béliane, ok,
denying them,
ok.
but also the one problem is most Millums aren't running book.
Petit Srazé là?
Even if you're not
Srazé
on book, you
Laika?
still have chances to strip, and she's not like a hard counter too.
Yeah, but the
I think
thing
it's
is,
fine.
if she's on counter set, then it can actually work against
But
you
here's the
against
part, Jen. I think it's a good pick because it takes it away from retry.
I think that is actually like the big
Yeah.
reason, right?
You want the soul on S10A for sure.
So, Strays is great, and most people would try to pick ML Leica here as well, but because Goliath's there, you can't pick ML Leica
Charlotte?
as easily.
And then-
Ouais, mais Leica en
take
face.
someone like,
Architect like
yeah, so Architect Leica Strays is normally the double pick people would
C'est où,
take, but
Lixi,
since
là?
right side has resistance
Uh-huh.
and Goliath, so you don't get the book,
Ouais,
they're
tant
like,
que ça fasse
okay,
ces
well,
pics là.
if I just hit the target, I'm just gonna lose, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, some swaps
they
back and
opted not to
forth.
take it.
two tanky standard comps with a splash of Strays and Architect Leica for the big
Yeah.
nukes.
We're actually seeing the Charlotte pick. Okay.
Oh wow,
And
we need a
Quirke
Quirk.
taken out. Wow, so Strays is just uncontested. He's just hanging out.
Which maybe isn't the worst scenario because we do have the maid ready to go depending on the turn order.
That's true, but He might just die again right after.
First game. We'll see Strays starting with a fast speed.
It's not on touchy or anything. Or not
ok, c'est bon, j'ai trouvé mon chat, pardon. Il était caché. Alors, stratégie Cupid, what the fuck?
Oh, portrait.
Ok. Ouais, bien joué, Stratzer. Putain, il allait vite son Stratzer.
I'd assume you just attack the mill up, but there is a 20% chance that you miss. I shouldn't have said that.
Not only that, if it's super tanked by the escort,
Et ça touche. Ça a touché 2 fois, c'est ça la question.
20%. We've seen worse. We saw 50% lose a match.
Dragon power.
Et ça touche.
Oh,
Et ça tue.
Actually just barely killed too.
Très qu'il a pas de chance, hein. Vraiment, touché 2 fois là. Après, c'est pas 50% d'esquive, je crois.
Escort Adam.
Yeah, but made flow available for Xiaoye.
C'est vrai qu'il y a Mate Chloé aussi pour Rez.
Which target?
Don't ever ignore the power.
I think we're thinking maybe about saving it because it's just going to get
could be resisted even.
cleansed.
But yeah, no, it's gonna get cleansed here. We also bring back the Crow, which I believe
He's dead again.
is he too far back on the bar?
I'm pretty sure because Strays was right at the top, remember? So he's probably pretty far back.
He's
Oh,
too far
a little
back.
closer than I expected actually.
But still.
Oh, les dégâts.
Yeah, with the buff.
And the
Bon, bonjour, au revoir, Crow, hein, vraiment.
Really doing much at all, honestly. The attack down is also so good on that Spectre Tenebria.
Because we already used our maid skill 3. This skill 3 from Belling though is going to be pretty strong.
Ok. Oh, il y a plus de revive. Il y a plus de revive sur Bélian. Ça va faire mal pour Xiao. Hop. Ça revive. Ça a été strip juste après. Hein.
I mean, the Spectre Tenebria might kill these Strays,
but he dies. Yeah, he's gonna get traded off by
Charlotte.
Elixir. T'as réveillé ou quoi?
And this Charlotte doesn't care about the provoke at all.
That did no damage.
We need to get a stun here, maybe on the Charlotte.
You're right.
Bonk.
Yeah, that's the only play.
Oh,
no dice.
Ça va faire mal Charlotte là. Hein. Après, elle peut pas faire son S3 parce qu'elle est stun. Elle est provoque, pardon. Mais bon, hop. Oh, les dégâts que ça colle ce truc, c'est quoi ça?
Charlotte is like an OG E7 unit, and she's still actually working pretty well, especially into like ML landing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. She might be making more of a comeback later on, but
Ici.
Yeah, she did a great job. Exactly the reach they needed and the tankiness.
Yeah, soul burns.
Je crois que c'est le bruit de la machine qui l'a fait paniquer en vrai.
I think Xiaoye's just a little bit too far behind.
Gale wins.
It's time.
Hop là.
For Symbol, look at that big damage.
To wipe out.
Eh ben, il y a une Charlotte Feu qui a 100% de win rate. Hein. Écoutez, hein.
As the first loss for Xiaoye.
True.
Xiaoye, ça se dit, ok.
We predicted.
Ici, tout va bien. Et Ici.
Remember though, he's the best adaptation player, so he's not out of it.
Tranquille.
I think retry
Je sais pas pourquoi elle est en panique.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I got the mixed up. Xiaoye is the 2-0 player.
Et mon appart qui tremble actuellement. J'espère que vous l'entendez pas trop, mais... Sauf que mon appart tremble à cause de la machine là. J'espère juste que ma vaisselle va pas se casser la gueule. Je vais checker la vaisselle vite fait, attendez.
Yeah, makes sense. Retriever needs just one more game to make it at the main stage. Xiaoye though might be a little bit shocked after that. And
yeah, let's see how he adapts.
It was his first loss. Can he handle it as well as retry?
We'll see after the loss. Picking first pick, of course. Starting with Arwell.
Oh, c'est une dinguerie, ça fait trembler tout mon appart. Hein. Pense ça, son appart s'auto-détruit avec la machine. Non mais vraiment. J'ai un sol très très fin. Ça le problème, ils vont venir le retaper, mais pour l'instant voilà.
Even though a lot of people really like Last Rider Crow, if you don't know where you're going more aggressive or standard, Arwell's just really safe.
Very secure.
Et ça continue d'accélérer là. Est-ce que ma caméra elle bouge genre? Non, ça va. Ici elle est en panique là pauvre.
Some of the big openers are taken out, but also ML Coeric, so it's like maybe I go kind of aggressive with
D. Ouais, je vais rassurer. Oh, Armin.
Wow, wait,
first pick.
Oh my,
Okay, we're slowing down big time. That is extreme.
So
Both of these players are made Chloe pickers.
Yeah, they have made like. We just see a lot of made.
Oh, Sharoon!
Sharoon!
Really high up.
Oui, je viens d'entendre.
It was so confidently picked, but they must have a lot of effectiveness.
Millie, Ultimate Chloé qui est pique à gauche. Sans skin.
A whole lot of steel. Steel pick.
Well, like you mentioned, right? No one is strong, especially in the slower units like the made Crimson Armor.
Yeah.
The third pick spot is always awkward when both players are hiding their picks.
Yeah,
So-
third pick, and that's why you know, you need some sort of secure character that can survive. Wow, it's just a draft swap.
Yeah, like you said,
Tell me
too.
what
The
it
Bellion's
is.
stronger than Mill.
Oh my god.
Quite
And the
thinking
win
on the
predictions
left.
are pretty much exactly.
But what other damage? And Shu comes back.
There's the show. All right.
Alrighty.
Oh
Nice pick
my
there into the
God.
middle. We saw how.
C'est une dinguerie. Ça a failli faire tomber ma vaisselle là.
She's not that amazing into show.
Aïe aïe. Du coup j'ai raté les pics, putain. Chou Béliane, Miline, Violet, ok. Mais oui, j'ai dû bouger ma vaisselle.
If he gets another must ban.
Bon, que ça dure 5 minutes, mais putain, je crois que je vais mettre les lessives éco là où il n'y a pas d'essorage. Et tant pis, ça mettra plus de temps à sécher, mais il fait chaud donc c'est bon.
Yeah. She's not gonna be able to debuff
Faut voir que je fais
them,
qu'une machine par semaine parce que sinon.
There's just no way that you can one-shot them. What's it going to be though?
Shuna, ok.
Scrolling a
Could
few
take another
more.
support, right? Both
They're
of
right
Et c'est
now
flat
thinking-
peut-être.
You want to go faster? More control?
Soli, c'est pas mal.
Oh.
Contre Chou.
All right. Right side was thinking, man, I wish I could pick Violet a second time. But
What about-
Solitaria, really good actually, because left side, we said this before, the main Chloe drafts, they have high effectiveness, right? But they don't have high enough to deal with Solitaria.
Especially on the DPS units, yeah. So the Soli's still going to be able to debuff, and it feels like you just have wasted effect resist for nothing.
I think the bans are kind of obvious here. I mean, left side, how do you...
Bonne Rwanda, bonne Violette.
Yeah,
Ok.
that's what
Right
we
side.
respect. We take out the Rwana, we
Yeah.
take out the
Non à la
Violet,
RNG apparemment.
and,
Guaranteed.
Oui, traille.
I think this is going to come down to how well Solitaire can control.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
it's kinda-
Shu...
Le vaisselle, puis le rouge, là je crois.
Using the shrew
Ah, puis une violette, les deux quoi. hein.
might have a tough time here.
C'est juste qu'en fait, vu que la machine elle est sous l'évier, ça fait trembler l'évier et du coup la vaisselle, vu qu'elle est. J'ai pas de truc pour faire tenir la vaisselle pour l'instant.
Ouais,
c'est-
Ça
Ça bouge, quoi.
So we'll see how well Xiaoye controls as
Et
he does need to come back with
Chou qui ne va pas jouer, je pense. Hein. Il y a une cleanse, mais bon.
So Sharon going for
No problem.
wow. Am I
Okay.
on right side? That happens to me every time my Sharon S1s.
Je pensais qu'il allait S3.
She has to land the debuff to get the reset, I believe.
Williams quite strong.
Not bad damage. We get that evasion up.
Est-ce qu'on va avoir un Dragon Busta?
Airwall comes around the
C'est ça la
back.
vraie
I
question.
assume that they might just hold it because there's barrenness on 3 people already. It almost feels like a waste, and if you try
And
and
not only
stun, it
that,
just
right? The
blends.
maid is following up here, so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just going to
No
go for a
counter.
strip.
It could be on injury for all
yeah,
we
it
know,
could be
right?
injury Elbrus. We haven't seen him.
But Milam is looking kind of safe for the most part. I mean, Shu,
Yes, voilà.
but it's kind of unlikely, and Solitaire is just chilling.
A little awkward speed tuning here, though, right? We get the invincibility,
Yeah, right
but then
before.
the Bellyon shows up, and now we're gonna have a target to attack. And if it is indeed on Elbrus injury, we just focus her down.
She only has 21,000 health. That's sort of a bit low, I would say.
Yeah, on that
The
speed,
APOC.
that's
Pas de dégâts.
more likely to be-
Dégâts zéro.
Wait,
Landing
Aramis
on,
s'est trouvé avec la machine dans son salon tellement elle était
The
violente.
Shrewdness 3 or
Moi la machine elle est actuellement dans le salon, hein, mais enfin c'est cuisine ouverte, mais
strip those buffs?
juste qu'il faut que je la calme mieux à l'intérieur du truc quoi.
How many do they
Et
strip?
ça fera moins de vibrations comme là.
Counterattack.
It is counter Elbrus.
Ou alors j'en achèterai une plus
But then
petite.
into the Solitaria
Et bon.
debuff city is coming. This is where it starts to get serious, and Maid can only cleanse 2 debuffs, right? So this is where you can start overloading them with so many debuffs.
Voilà, encore mettre des debuffs. Franchement Solitaria c'est une dinguerie.
Oh, we didn't see that many though. But
En plus avec l'artefact de Fairytale le Ténébria là.
potentially making it
Regarde
so
Alexis,
that
t'as fait des allers-retours fenêtres par terre là. Ça y est, c'est bon, ça se calme, tu vas pouvoir sortir.
Let's see if he wants to overload here.
Parce que le bordel que ça fait, ça l'a fait paniquer de ouf.
Yeah,
I think it's
knocking
gonna
down
go
Shu.
good. Yeah, definitely.
Je vais avoir le droit de faire mon linge après le stream là. Parfait. Oh, ça
Right,
résiste.
because we do that may have some effect resist on the shoe, as we did pick that maid.
That's possible, actually. This Milim though just doesn't seem like she's threatened at all, right? Like there's nothing really challenging her other than getting a lucky hit on her. So she's just kind of hanging out.
Okay, 4K.
Shu does actually get a turn. She is able to S3, which does give immunity, which is super useful, but I would assume it just gets stripped off super easily.
Ignorance has its price.
Yeah, with the attack down, just going for that S3 early. Some crit reds now on the team.
Oh, Shurun actually does land the Venom and everything that time. But maybe Chloe might off the S3, or are they gonna save it?
I think we
also
have to save it just
Il garde son S3 encore.
Debuff.
But look at this Milim. Look at her buffs right here. Shurun is like, here's a speed buff, here's a crit damage buff. Like,
Donc Sharon elle donne un nombre de buffs à Milim, c'est une dinguerie. Hein.
God, man.
Just everything, right? Shurun is basically like a baby
Ouh, la
Emma
contre-attaque.
Choleric in a way, just constantly buffing the team.
And we need some billion counters to hit so we can start stripping. But it's just tough.
Ouais, ça stun, le Venom, ça commence à stacker là. Hein. Peut-être falloir S3. Hein.
Sorry, Crimson Arm not
Cleans un peu tout ça là.
Yeah, the Shu has been quiet though. Not counter.
That's true, very quiet Shu.
Doing close to nothing so far.
We did get the skill 3 up a little late, but yeah. Underperforming on these counter units, the Bellion plus the Shu.
Milim prochain tour va faire mal. Hein.
Is going to do so much damage next turn. Attack buff, crit damage buff. They're gonna hit like a truck next turn. Ooh, extra counter attack, and it misses
on
again.
the Milim though. No strips. You really need to hit one of these.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't dodge forever. At some point, you're going to get hit.
But at the same time, she has so
bad.
many buffs, right? Even if you strip, you might not get a good one.
Ouh.
Oh, at least
Okay, we get a speed down and a
Quelques petits debuffs là.
okay,
That's
50%.
actually really good timing. That's really good timing right before her S2 pops and everything.
Yeah, we definitely
too.
need that.
Might give them a bit of a chance here.
Ah, Holy Sacrifice.
Holy sack on the arm.
Wow.
Cut your future.
These
These are more staying
players.
power. Yeah, they're running all sorts of different artifacts than you would expect on some of these
We've
units.
seen at least another Holy Sack in this tournament
Yeah,
so far.
I think it was Retry Ever's Bellion actually.
Yep.
Oh wait. Oh my god, you're right. It's probably in this match right now.
He might have changed. You never know.
That's a good call. Bellion is a unit people have multiples of sometimes. Alright, do we... I think, is he still gonna hold this? Both the Carmen and Maid, not the most effective here. He does hold no stun either. It's Celestine as well, by the way.
0 stun so far from Chloe.
Yeah,
Oula.
Oh, this is intense.
Allô la VOD.
might not matter because they're just gonna probably
bon.
this one. Oh, they go for the S3. They're hoping for the stun.
Does it land?
Ah, ça miss.
No.
Yeah, I think
Another
it
trial
missed.
to overcome.
Là par contre ça peut toucher. Hein.
Yeah, well, it's just gonna.
Et il l'a pas.
Don't really do too much right here.
We need some, we need to get some counters going.
This Shu has not really contributed much to the fight so far.
This team is asleep, but I think G-Clip is right.
Oh, ça touche.
But I think the Bellion is not, it's on Holy Sack, so it can't even counter when it's not being hit.
That's true, you're right.
Oh.
That is a bit of a problem. That's why we haven't seen like.
Ça touche, du coup je sais pas trop comment Xiaoye peut faire quelque chose là. Après il y a le Dragon Buster de Milim qui peut faire beaucoup de dégâts, mais oula,
Oh,
attaque.
it is Elbrus. It is Elbrus. He changed it up.
Maybe it wasn't.
Ouais, il avait retiré le buff attaque, il lui a revendu le buff attaque Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was counter set plus Elbrus.
Wait a second. So is Milim gonna actually be able to hit people though? She can't hit Shu, so Shu is in the clear, but
No, she can, right? She has a small chance.
I believe if you mischance, I think it's 0% against the water unit. I believe.
But with Milim's 20% built in.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Après il y a encore Chloé qui a son
She
S3.
has
Hein.
a small chance, but she
Elle a toujours pas utilisé.
So, not actually. Retry still in it. We still have the maid skill 3.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the thing is, all you have to do is hit Milim one time.
And she's been high rolling, right? So it's bound to happen sooner or later.
The Milim does not have evasion right now. Oh,
There's a-
counter,
there's a-
oh, wait,
Ooh.
counter. Wait a
Oula.
second. Wait a second.
Oula. Oula.
Finally!
Oula.
All this weight!
Okay, the secondary.
When it
What's gonna
rains,
happen?
it pours.
Oh, does land a stun?
Voilà, c'est S3 direct. Hein.
Oh, and there's a blind on Shu. Wait a
We
second.
have the skill
but they've
3
been
though. We have the skill
saving
3. We
50%.
saved it the entire game.
Yeah, they've been waiting
Bonk.
so patiently.
Very
this whole
patient play by
match.
Retry.
Franchement le fait qu'il ait attendu autant de temps.
Their patience
Très, très
is
smart,
completely paying off. This Milim has no blind or
Evasion.
right? She has nothing. She's just out in the open.
Yeah, we definitely hit her here.
And
Je
Shu
pense
is
que
right
Chou va
here.
S3 là. Hein. Ah non il a pas encore. Ça va bonk.
Unless he gets 20%, this is dead.
Oh,
Oh wait, a counter attack.
Et c'est parti.
force, and it pops off.
Finito. Il reste encore Solitaria, mais je pense pas qu'il soit loin de.
That it for
Enfin,
retry.
qui gagne comme Solitaria face à 7 dégâts. Il va tenter, hein, mais.
What a strange match. Now the counters are just going insane.
Okay, theoretically, Solitaria could stun them the rest of the. Oh wait, no, it's over.
Finito.
I've seen a Solitaria basically solo
right
a whole
here.
team
But yeah, she
before,
could
you know?
potentially.
But no, I think it's over right here.
Yeah.
Ouais.
Gonna take him out.
Et retry qui passe en main event.
And it'll be a 2-0 victory for retry ever, the first
Let's go.
player from Korea.
Donc c'est donc le premier joueur qui s'est qualifié de tout le E7WC.
To retry ever. Well, he
Hop,
wasn't first
et on va voir la
team.
deuxième finale.
He looks super
Wigan
strong
contre
as well.
Noasis.
Can't count him out
On va
for
direct
sure.
à la draft, hein, parce qu'on a déjà vu les deux.
And advantage.
Noasis qui a 2-0, Wigan qui a 2-1.
Upset that.
Yep, now
Attention.
we'll be having much more of a standard pre-band against Ugang on the left. Lunace is on the right.
Ok, Silias, Lua, Zio, ML Crow.
No Zio,
Gang.
no Lua.
Wow, we haven't seen a
On
single
voit qu'on va pas voir. Hein.
today outside of the.
Jamais ça first pick ça. Jamais ça first pick Céline.
Whole lot of
Usually
openers
someone will
already
wait
banned in this matchup.
Encore
That's what I
So
do.
he's
Ouais,
always
caché derrière.
See the first pick, Emil
C'est bon.
It shows how much he values Emil just in the slow draft.
AOL
He hasn't
et
seen
Destina,
a
ok.
ton of shrooms punishing that or anything. So, I mean, he's just like, I want this. It's mine.
Yeah. Maybe sure not that popular in Korea because yeah, the first pick Kuwait should be getting punished, I think.
At this point, maybe Lua should just be banned from the tournament since she's always gone anyway. Well.
We got waiting here on the second and third pick.
Bon, d'après, je vais tellement fermer les stores, il fait super chaud. C'est une dinguerie.
Oh.
Ça commence à taper là?
I
Honestly,
like that into ROL, right? And then he also has the Mediator Quirk on his side.
I think it's
Okay.
a really good idea here because he has the Emil Quirk, right? So the right side doesn't have any immunity. Oh man, he's pushing the debuffs hard here. But what's also
Donc là,
good
s'il n'y a
is
pas de cleanse à droite,
Gauzy
enfin, il y a
Emil
Destina,
Quirk, but he
mais.
also has Ambitious Taiwan, who's another cleanser in a way, and even
I'm here.
Angel of Light cleanses in a way, right? So he's really safe against debuffs. He does not have to worry at all. Oh my god. Right side.
G-Clef, I need you to do me a favor. After this finishes, I want to know the win rate on Ed.
It's probably down
Really low.
down
think-
to 20 something.
Déjà commence à un petit peu
I
fermer le
see a
store.
last piece card or something here?
We did see it before.
Yeah, I mean, it's really safe.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Leafy's very strong here too.
Oh, man.
Good into
Wigan,
the odd end potentially.
he's just-
Could kill Ed.
He's so tank-minded in his head that I feel like there's even other options he could pick, and he's just like, no, I'm gonna pick this. They're so tank.
Am I like a kind of
Architect,
pick?
Emalika, the classic force band.
Hop,
You basically
voilà, on est bien. En vrai, j'avais chaud de ouf. C'est une dinguerie. Le soleil il tapait dans la chambre là, j'avoue
Lunace
que.
is thinking, who do I ban on the left?
Alors.
I mean, it's probably-
Eh ben, Laika, ok,
I don't
il
think
était.
you'll have to rush down
Miastene.
this, do
Bon,
you?
les documents
Yes,
de ban,
you
ça
have
me
to just
m'étonne
take out
pas du
Which
tout.
I'm surprised because there was a chance, right? Depending on like if the frostbite lands or not, that he couldn't kill. But yeah, he respects the Leafy ban. Last pick's banned out.
Yeah, it's because it makes the Destina useless too, right? Like she can't revive. Leafy doesn't really do much damage either.
If he lands the kill though, which he may.
True. True.
So here it is, first round of our second
Ok.
round of 4. Winner goes up to the main stage.
Radiant light.
Ah, il est vachement rapide ça, Destina en vrai.
Alright, Destina's gonna have a completely dead turn here, I would expect. I mean, she's not really contributing that much.
There's some bulky units, especially on the right.
I won't stand down. On behalf of the queen.
I love this AOL unit, man.
Deliver
So exciting.
I mean, they're exciting, they're so fun to use.
Well, Jenna,
I mean,
I know Jenna has a lot to say about this unit.
well, let's just say that I didn't see her for 800 games until Emma landed.
Okay.
I haven't seen her in a while either.
Okay.
Here we go,
800
Edward the
games
man. The equivalent exchange.
not bad.
He's not on injury, so he is
Je
actually.
pense que ça part sur un seul burn S1 sur Adine là, parce qu'elle veut pas counter, donc ça proc son S2. Sans le
The
counter.
thing is, this Spectre Chamber can actually just stun
Même pas.
the Edward, right? See what his debuff. They don't go for it though. They actually just go for the air wall. They're just
That's a
trying
lot
to
of damage.
Yeah.
Vu qu'il a fait beaucoup de dégâts en vrai.
30,000 health.
We did 17k.
Yeah. Nice tank.
Je pense qu'il va retirer l'escorte de Arwell. Ah, dommage.
Just like I'm gonna kill your tank, then I'm gonna start killing your DPS and support. Like, just real nice and slow.
Does he have enough gas in the tank though to get through this? Protect the standing comp?
Left side's so tanky. I mean, this is kind of what I was saying before. Is like Wigang, like he knows how to play slow. If you play his game, he's like, I will out tank you, and then you'll die. Like,
because Edward and Auden are great units, right? They do a lot of burst damage potentially, but not great at maybe just burning down tanks quickly.
Yeah.
Ok, c'est stun.
I feel like right side almost trapped himself, or maybe you could say Wigang just fully trapped him. Where as soon as he
Arwell peut pas faire grand chose pendant encore 2 tours là.
and he had the Emil Quirk, because he valued that Emil Quirk pick so hard, right side had no way to deal with Ambitious Titan and Angel Light.
Bon, le silence il est un peu osef en vrai. Par contre, il touche pas du tout à Dean quoi. C'est ouf hein. Peut-être qu'il attend d'avoir plus de sols, je sais pas.
But then that forced him into a draft where it's like, okay, well now you're just fighting Spectre, Sneaver, and Leafy, and both of them hard counter your draft.
Okay. That's why we're in the Louis game.
Ça m'étonne quand même qu'il tente pas. Hein.
Louis game.
Ça va pouvoir S3. Ouh, ouais, elle est pas morte. Elle a 1 HP je pense hein.
Has to waste an Ed attack on her, feels so bad.
That must have been like 3 HP.
Yeah, shame we couldn't see, but
c'est que des SE hein, qui sont lancés de droite à gauche, là, je sais pas ce qui... Je sais pas pourquoi c'est autant temporisé. C'est vrai qu'essayer de tuer Adin c'est pas super utile. Ah, ça y a plus de S3.
Is this Ambitious Taiwan actually on Aureus or anything? He hasn't taken any damage.
Ça va être le moment d'essayer de faire un max de dégâts.
Let's see on this hit.
I haven't really noticed.
Maintenant il va peut-être soul burn en vrai.
Okay, yeah.
Faut essayer de tuer Adin.
Wow, the shield blocked all the damage.
En plus il a un buff attaque maintenant.
Alright, attack buff is back.
Là il y a 2 soul burn possibles. Ok. Oui, je chope pas Adin.
He did hit the poison on the edge, so we get a counter attack.
Oh, the thing is, that's fine. That just makes Ambitious Taiwan mad. He's just angry now.
C'est juste dinguerie. Il est énervé maintenant Tywin hein. Et ça va tuer Arwell, non? Ok. Ça tue pas. Ah bah si, ça tue Arwell quand même. Mais ça proc pas le passif de... Destiny.
Aiden does not have her S2 up this turn either, which is definitely really big. So you can safely attack her.
Hop, le S3.
Are we going to see the S3 or are they just going to wait? Oh, he does just... Oh my god, he's hit Aiden!
Il a touché Adin là. Oh là là. Oh bah c'est fini hein. Oh le stun de Destiny aussi là.
Edward! Edward!
Edward's a double agent, he's useless.
I know, he's trying to tank these
Et là même si ça touche pas Adin, avec le dev rec je pense que vraiment... Après il va peut-être focus Destina plutôt que Adin. Ouais bon, ça touchait 2. Allez hop. Et voilà, GG Webplay. C'est vrai que Frenzy 5 c'est 40% d'attaque en plus. Hein. Donc, et 25% d'HP en moins. Je crois. Un truc comme ça. Donc bon, c'est quand même un DPS de fou quoi. Moins 1 déjà. Il reste une game à gagner pour Wigang. Et s'il gagne la prochaine, ben, il sera au main event qui commence la semaine prochaine, je rappelle. On regardera pas en direct encore une fois, on regardera dans la matinée, pépouze. Il a seront des matchs un peu plus intéressants, ce sera des BO5. Inter-serveur. Je crois qu'il n'y a aucun match entre deux serveurs. Donc voilà. Ce sera des métas qui vont s'affronter. La méta SCN de l'Asie et un peu de la Corée en vrai qui joue un peu. Et SCN Apoc Kawerik côté Asie. Med Chloé, Silias Kawerik côté Europe. Et après il y a la Corée et le Japon qui jouent des trucs un peu stylés. Hein. Et après Global, en vrai Global ils m'ont pas marqué plus que ça. Pourtant c'est le seul que j'ai fait à 5h du matin mais...
they're just way better at it. It's almost hopeless. So yeah, maybe he needs to shift gears here and throw Uigang for a loop.
Is he going to take the Emil Corée?
direct.
Yep. He's like, I am not letting this happen to me ever again.
Ouais, ça se comprend.
So, now that he doesn't have to deal with the debuffs, what is Uigang going to go for?
The machine. He's calculating. And it's
Maybe an
turned
Okay.
AOL.
Okay.
Encore.
Arrowell maybe? To take away a premier tank?
Ok.
Adin taken away.
Not on it.
Adin the favorite pick from Donations stolen.
I mean, Spectre Tenebra
Adin en même temps est trop bien.
still up, so we could just see like a Protect S10 team coming out of right side.
Ok, Apoc. Aravi, c'est vrai que je dis Apoc depuis qu'il y a le joueur qui s'appelle Apocalypse, on dit Apoc, je suis en mode en vrai c'est plus facile de dire Apoc que Aravi, mais...
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I know a lot of people don't
Okay.
like Apocalypse Ravi. Like, they hate fighting her, but she actually is pretty vulnerable in the current meta. She's bad against all these injury units, she's not good versus evasion units, she's not good versus stealth units, and there's plenty of all of those to go
That's
around.
just the history of Aravi, right? At one point she'll feel like the most powerful unit, and then the next she has a
Limul, non, Zahak.
She's not that powerful.
Pour Adin.
And Zahak
And she's
against
bad versus
Adin.
debuffs. In standard drafts like this too,
Fidika,
right?
ok, j'adore ce skin de Fidika, elle est trop stylée avec l'étendard là. Elle est incroyable.
She's just not that powerful in this setup. And
Faithless Litica from the Uigang.
yeah, and into Zahak, they're picking some more aggressive units in this match.
Qui va jouer derrière?
More interesting than the last one was.
Curious what he's deciding on the fourth pick. He has to stay in line, right, with this more speedy, aggressive kind of lineup.
Arwell.
Oh, actually, he's gonna offer a
étonnant.
knight now?
Full light team.
Full light.
Shields.
Okay.
God, the solo Aiden.
Par contre, il y a encore un
Maybe
10 GB
there's
qui
enough gas in
existe,
the
hein.
tank here.
Donc faire attention, mais...
Well, I mean, Aiden beats Apocalypse Ravi, so he's not worried about that, but Zahak is just hanging out. But they are safe.
He
STN.
does have last
Okay.
pick, right?
Try me?
So that's also
Yeah.
a big benefit here for this style of draft.
That's 10 more
Okay,
damage from
Spectre
Donations.
Tenebra.
Et Edward, pour finir.
Even though left side looks strange, where you just
Ah,
have
non.
an early pick Aiden as your only DPS, his team protects him from most of the counters, right? Like,
Okay.
you have a counter to the Zahak here. You have a counter to... You have two counters to, like, Riot Lucisaria.
Oh.
Okay.
This is our first fairy tale of the...
Fairy Tail Tenebria.
Yeah, so Fairy Tail actually pretty decent versus Angel of Light, because she does not cleanse the redirected provoke. This is pretty interesting.
Après, elle a quand même qu'un seul, quoi.
And it
C'est juste qu'elle met 3 debuffs.
Faithless Litica as well.
Puts a...
Oh, sur une, c'est pas mal.
Weird spot here.
Et pour STN et pour cleanse ce debuff.
Discern. We're gonna see another?
Ah non.
And the Exodia for the full light team on the left.
I feel like I got catfished. Suddenly it's Ambitious Tywin. What happened? But
And what happens
does
when...
have a lot of ways to deal with
Yeah.
them.
What happens when
What if we
Adin's
just ban
banned?
Adin?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but that means maybe the Tywin can grind down, but I don't know.
Je vois que ouais, si Adin est ban, y a pas de dégâts. Hein.
5 light
Ok, bonne
units.
Fidika.
So faithless.
So he does ban the
Oh,
Queric.
wow. Okay, so the thing is here is you might say, like, where's the damage for left side?
We don't need it. We have
Well,
Tywin proc.
Yeah, Ambitious Tywin, when the engine gets going, he can just perma control your entire team.
But it
Let's
needs
see
to
what
be
happens.
fired up. Round 2, Uigang leading 1-0.
You actually probably don't S3 here. I don't think you can, yeah.
Yep.
I think you lose if you do. So,
La provoque, elle est pas mal. Hein.
is this Ada? I mean, she has a giant shield. There's Arrowell.
Okay, extra
and
Why not
turns.
kill?
Yeah, I think I might survive, honestly.
Oh, Stool
If anyone is gonna survive.
going for it.
Here we go.
Ok.
It's on simple. Hasn't broken the shield yet. Oh my god.
Ouais,
It's
bien tanké en vrai. Hein.
Those dudes.
so tanky. Oh wait.
Oula.
We proc the Tywin.
Oui, y'en a un, ça va l'énerver là.
Oh
And
my
Aola.
god. And it's still. Wait a second. He's
Oula.
just so pretty. Doesn't even care. Oh my
Oula.
god.
It's
He's
gonna be
just gonna
such a brutal skill 3 if he goes for it.
Oh my
Ah, ça va faire mal. Hein. Ça va def break tout le monde.
Yes, he does.
We're ripping it.
Uigang.
Et ça va stun tout le monde aussi.
Look at that.
Oh,
And he-
oh le carnage.
My
Oh my.
Le carnage.
I think it's like an 80% chance for like each debuff or something.
Yeah,
Lands all of them.
It's not 100 for sure.
Là, je pense qu'il enlève les buffs de Zarak peut-être. Oh la duel attaque. Oh là là. Oh la duel attaque avec le retrait du buff invincible. Oh là, c'est trop. C'est trop. Et je pense que c'est fini hein. T'as tué ça. Ah ouais. Et c'est fini. Wigang qui passe à la suite 100%. Je sais pas comment il remonte le tri remonte un truc. Hein. Ça c'est le code d'Epic 7. Aïe 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 aïe.
Oh, this is it, I think. Yeah, it's just... He's not giving it up though. He's got the champion spirit. If it lands.
Voilà, il tue Tenuria et il va tuer l'autre après. Et c'est fini. C'est le GG. Ah oui, c'est clean hein. Franchement c'est très clean. Même s'il s'est fait un petit peu bouger là au début. Très propre. Très propre. Et voilà. Hein. Voilà ce qui termine les qualifiers. C'est le dernier match. Donc voilà, on est sur une fin de qualifier. C'était très cool en vrai. Juste j'ai un petit peu de mal encore à caster tout le long du truc parce que c'est pas très simple à caster en solo. Je trouve un peu claquos en ce moment, donc du coup le cast il doit s'en ressentir aussi. Mais enfin aussi j'étais un peu moins hype parce que je savais qui gagne. Parce que du coup j'ai regardé les draws. On l'a fait ensemble en stream. Du coup on connaît les 8 joueurs, donc on connaît les pseudos, donc évidemment ça a un peu moins de hype. Là ça va être intéressant en vrai de voir, déjà ça va être des BO5. Et ça va être intéressant de regarder un peu les métas s'affronter, c'est surtout ça le truc. Parce que, bon, un RTA en vrai, ça se joue dans tous les serveurs. Mais la queue E7WC, je sais pas si c'était interserveur ou pas. Donc, surprise. Voilà, donc merci en tout cas les potes de YouTube d'avoir regardé la VOD, j'espère que ça vous a plu. N'hésitez pas à mettre votre petit like et tout ça, évidemment. Et puis, à très vite hein, pour vous. Salut hein.